Hello, good day, greetings. How's it going, everybody? Don't forget to drink your tea. I know I am. Hang on, I've just remembered I might want to change some of my... After all the setup I did today, I'm going to turn off the compressor and limiter on my voice. It was being a bit weird. There we go, back to normal. All right, Dino, you can join in 15 minutes. That'll I'll get through a match. So let's see, a few little things. If you don't remember, we're playing on PC now. For those of you who haven't tuned in a few weeks, this game, World of Warships Legends, came out on PC at long last. So we have this sweet 60 FPS, full resolution now. No more of that barely running at 28 FPS Xbox One nonsense. But there are a few downsides. It's not really... It's funny because they've taken a game that was made literally for the controller on console, and when they ported it to PC, the controller support isn't ideal. It's mostly fine, but you do get the dreaded cursor, which actually you can't see the cursor moving around the screen. You're lucky, because there's one of them circular things. Listen, Dino, I've spent the past however many years now only keeping my Xbox One set up just to play mainly this game and World of Tanks. And I hated the low frame rate. So finally, I never thought this day would come. I never thought they'd bring this game to PC. It seemed like such a silly idea. Why would they, you know? Anyway. Oh, for God's sake, I've not got the window selected. There we go. Oh, now you can see my little mouse controller thingy. Oh, God, both of your usernames are the same color today in... they're not on the screen, but in chat they are. That's going to get confusing. Hey, Sammy. I got my... Alright, bot, calm down. Oh, of course, it's... Hey, look at that. The bot's linking Sammy's channel when Sammy showed up. That's a hot new feature. You're green for me as well, Dino. You're both green. Let's open my crate and then we'll just jump into a game. Dino will be joining us in about 15 minutes, which is nice. Oh, there it is. Anyway, what has it been, 2 weeks since I played this game? It'd be nice to just relax with something very casual today. After, I really enjoyed Hitman yesterday. It was a lot of fun. But, stressful's the wrong word, like a good stressful, but still quite stressful. You've got to really be switched on. We were playing Hitman Freelancer, and we've gotten as close to the end of an actual campaign as we've ever gotten. I think there's 4 maps left, and then we've finished the campaign, but it's tough. That last Marrakesh mission took over an hour. 4 targets. That Marrakesh mission, you had to sneak into a diplomatic embassy and a military base full of real unhappy dudes, and I made a few mistakes that made it harder. Yeah, you can set your color, Dino. I don't have the Twitch website up right now, but you can click on some icon in your Twitch chat settings and set what color you want, and also what icon you want to use. If I just press, I've got my Stream Dock set up, which is the cheapo version of the Stream Deck. This thing costs 40 quid instead of 150 quid. And one of the buttons I've just added to it is the bathroom break button, but I'll use it to type. You see how I've got a little skull? I don't recall where I got the skull from, but you can change your icon. Yeah, that's right. I can press a button now and tell people I'm going on a bathroom break. All right, what am I doing? I've got to remember how to play this game. It's been 2 weeks. I don't remember anything. I'm going to, I don't know, hang out with Togo Hataru. Maybe I'll just swing left and go towards this rock. Whoa, this guy really wants... This guy's turning hard in my direction. Wait, is he turning around? I don't want to drive to the back of the map or anything. Hey, we have the same kind of camo. That's pretty cool. Who the hell is he firing at? Oh, the Siegfried. Alright. Yep. Hang on. He's turning this way. Hey, Spicy. I never miss. See? I hit him. Right, where the fuck are we going? So this other guy... Is there a benefit to... You know what, Sammy? I can ask you these questions because you're here and this is your game of expertise. Like, this battleship is turning away. He is turning back now, but, like... He turned away towards the back of the map, if you see on the minimap. And to me, that seems strange. I'm never going to hit that guy. I think he was coming to a stop, but he's probably going to reverse. Like, is there a useful purpose to just kind of turning around and beginning to drive towards the back of the map? I mean, obviously there's something useful about not showing the enemy your broadside, but, like, what's the point of... I mean, this guy's actually stopped, which is bizarre. He's not even moving at all. Yeah, that's a bit odd. I don't know. If I aim myself away, kind of like he has... sure, I can still keep a lot of my guns in arc, but now I'm headed away from the enemy and I won't be able to shoot them long. They're kiting? Oh, I see. Trying to lure them closer. Yeah, okay, sure, I get it. That's cool. Good old kiting. When I think back to kiting, I remember my Guild Wars days. I was a mesmer in Guild Wars, like mesmer necromancer. Oh, look at this. This guy's having an interesting time. Oh, he just got yeeted. Oh, the guy slowed down. I might hit him though. Ooh, that just scraped him a little bit. I love the frame rate on the zoom in and out. Oh, it feels so smooth. Is this guy still not moving? All right, next question, Sammy. What is this tactic that he's using where he's just stopped? What kind of tactic is that? I tell you what, this Colorado feels maneuverable. I'm going to swing around, join up with this other guy. Well, actually, no. Is this guy... What's this guy doing? Why have all of the battleships except for me just stopped moving? They're both just sat still? What tactic is that? Oh no, he started to move again now. Yeah, he's just begun moving. Yeah, what tactic is that? I don't know. Hello, Spicy. We were just... How can I miss you when we were just talking 2 minutes ago? Someone just got sunk. If you were to... What? If he was to what? Move? He'd get focused and sunk? Or you mean move forwards? I mean, presumably he's not in cover. He is getting shot at where he is. He was just kind of sat still. I was thinking I could move up the left here with these guys on moving in from there and me from the left. We could get a crossfire going, but there's a cruiser up here. I don't really like where I'm sat right now. This is a really crappy... How tight can I turn this ship? I just kind of want to turn around. I don't like this. I want to get back out into the open sea. I was hoping these guys would actually move up. One of them seems to not be playing the game at all. This guy's just stopped playing. And the other one's getting the crap kicked out of him. So much so that there doesn't seem much point me pushing up around the edge. Plus we lost our destroyer up here, so I have no cover from the naughty boy in A anymore. So I just want to turn around. Oh, and look, they've gotten behind us into C. Into C? Wait, hang on. How many points are there on this map? There's 4. Jeez. You can tell I don't actually know this map. I think I've seen it a couple of times. I kind of remember the like X chromosome looking bit in the middle. But, you know, besides that, I don't think I've played this map much. Anyway, I don't see us winning this. My team seems very scattered to the winds. Our aircraft carrier never reversed or anything either. He's just kind of sat there. I mean, look, maybe that's a valid strategy, but at this point with someone in C, he must be visible to the enemy. I'm not entirely sure why he's just sat there. Anyway... Anyway, oh yeah. I mean, it's that's life. If I do anything in this game, they focus on me. I mean, you've seen my streams. It's like the enemy know that I'm the weak one. Even when I'm surrounded by a bunch of friendlies, I'm always the one they end up focusing on. I must just exude weakness. I'm gonna wish everyone good luck, and then I'm gonna run away. Oh, I have flamey rounds selected. Interesting. It's unusual now with this new UI. It's kind of the which round you have selected is visible, but it's like a teeny little icon in the bottom left there, you see. I probably should have repaired earlier, because why not? Alright, well. Oh, I love how smooth it is now. Look how smooth that is. Oh, probably should just try hitting him with something a bit harder. Sure, I set him on fire, but whatever. Wheaton Hui. That's an interesting username. Wheaton Hui. Wheaton Hui. Why is he stopped? Oh, so that I can't see him. Well, there goes that guy who wasn't playing the game. He's gone now. He blew up just next to me, but he just kind of stopped playing. I'm just going to generally run away. I don't mind. That's the great thing about this game. It's a very casual game. If you lose, so what? You don't lose anything. It's what I like about this game over like World of Tanks, because there's a real weight to losing in that game, especially as you get to the higher tier tanks, because you have to like quote unquote repair a destroyed tank, and it can become very expensive to the point where you're losing money faster than you're gaining it, and you get to a point where you literally cannot repair your tank anymore, and you have to take a different tank out, and then you have to go down the levels and take progressively crappier tanks out until you've earned enough cash to repair your good tanks. Whereas with this game, there is some kind... I'm told there's some kind of, you know, cost system, but it must be so incredibly mild that I've never experienced it. So it just doesn't really feel like there's a cost. I can just chill out, you know. And just randomly shoot at people. Oh, I missed. It's just me over here now. In fact, you look at it. They've not lost a single ship. Like, I've not really done much in this game, because I was kind of waiting until we had, you know, a bit more of force of power, shall we say. I was being cautious and not just pushing out in front of a whole team of dudes. I can't really turn away from these torpedoes either, because there's an island kind of in front of me. Like, I can turn a little bit, but these torpedoes are going to hit me. So, you know what? Screw it. I'm not even going to bother. So what if they hit me? I don't care. I'd rather keep all my guns in arc. These torpedoes were a bit weak anyway. Ah, here comes the battleship. Man, Colorado. That's quite the wide spread on your torpedoes. Now I'm facing too far to the left, but I wanted to give myself some room away from that bit of land over there. Ah, there's a great song, Siegfried Line. Great wartime song. I like it. You know, this is the first time I've been set on fire in this match. That's the other thing the enemy loves doing to me, is setting me on fire. Maybe I'll look at that. Look at the spread on those guns. Oh, the game ended. Oh well. Now I have to move my mouse all the way down here. No, it does move a bit faster than that, but still. Oh yeah, no, you know what? I'm happy about this stream dock thing. I'm very happy. Because now, without having to like tab out of the game to go into the OBS window, I can do things like that. I'm very pleased. And I've only really just started playing with it. Let's pull out something that isn't the Colorado for a minute. What, like a cruiser that I'm leveling up? Something I'm leveling up? I don't know if I'm ready for the Fiji. Alright. Wait, have I got it selected? Yep. Is it selected? Good, just making sure. Ah. How are you anyway, Sammy? You've been streaming in the evenings, right? I woke up this morning to about 7 Twitch notifications for people that went live after I went to sleep. So many people were streaming yesterday. And I know, you know, as soon as I swapped to the music screen, I thought that's a bit abrupt. it might make someone jump because I'm kind of talking in a very relaxed manner, and the music can be quite exciting. Sorry about that. The levels are quite high because you want to generally keep things, high but not clipping. Captain Party. How do you two know each other? How do you know Captain Party Pants? He's my newest follower, I just get the impression you went to school together or something. God, look at this ship. It's such a hang on, let me get the sunny side. Ah, there's the British flag. There's the American flag over there. So nice. All right.
All forces, capture that area.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't want to hit these guys, so if I turn... Oh, they're kind of turning with me. I was hoping I could cut across them. Yeah, like this. Like this. The guy with the flag's got the right idea. He could easily turn behind me, but this other guy... I'll get past him. Yeah, we're good. I just wanted to get left of them to not bother them too much. What are these guys driving anyway? An Omono and a Dallas. Alright. I don't really know anything about the Dallas. The Omono's alright. Alright. Okay, cool. Man, maybe I should try and watch some of his streams. If he's streaming when I'm actually at the computer, I will pull him up, definitely. Because that's what I like to see. Enthusiasm and positivity. I'm enthusiastic. This is me being enthusiastic. Maybe I'm not high energy. Where the fuck is the enemy? I kind of want to stay out in the open here. I kind of want to stick around with these other cruisers because the Fiji is quite nimble. Plus she's got smoke, which can be handy. And I kind of want to be around... I just kind of want to be out in the open here, and I certainly don't want to drive to the side of the map for no good reason. Now, it's like Sammy always says, never capture a point. Ah, yeah, I suppose I could watch any time. You're not wrong there. Alright, that guy's back there. What's going on? And a Woobar. He's going to start reversing. Shoot towards his arse. Alright. Now, this Gepard is way back there. If I keep moving, this guy won't be able to hit me. There you go, he started reversing. That's a lot of bad guys. What's the range on these torpedoes? What is the range on these torpedoes? 8. That's not terrible then. Wait, which button's repair? I've just decided having all of the UI down there inside the ship, not ideal. The style of my I don't like this. You know what? Let's use some of this smoke. I think the style of my ship mixed in with all of my icons confused me for a minute. I'm still getting used to the new UI. Yeah, I'm just gonna use a bit of smoke. Chill out for a minute. Wait, why am I not able to? Oh, for God's sake! All right, which button is? I wonder if those are different. Come on, swing it around. Swing it around. Yeah, having all of the overlay stuff down at the bottom on top of my ship may be a bit much. Like, I can pull it away. I can kind of do that, but when you have it up here, it can be hard to see. Well, that smoke wasn't as useful as I hoped. I'm still getting used to this new UI. Like, everything's kind of in the same place, but also it's just different enough that it takes me a moment to clock, like, where... when you look down to remember which D-pad button you need to press to do something, and it's in a slightly different place, and it takes you an extra second, and you're busy also, like, driving your ship. This is me being enthusiastic, by the way. I'm not complaining. I'm having a good time. This is what gets me about the smoke. Like, I'm in the smoke right now, and yet 5 ships have me targeted, and I'm spotted, but I'm in smoke. And this is what I don't understand about smoke. How does that work? How can I be inside smoke, yet visible to the enemy? I don't understand. I don't get it. I was very, very much inside the circle, completely and utterly, and yet... I'm going to die now. And yet, 5 ships could see me, and I just don't get it. I don't understand. Gunfiring penalty, right? But how does that work? Because the gunfiring thing makes you more visible in the distance, right? does it make you more visible in the smoke? Because smoke is smoke. The enemy wouldn't. I mean, if you're on a ship inside smoke, I'm doomed here, because this is another example of the enemy just like loving to target me. Like if I'm on a naval ship that is inside smoke, and I fire my guns, they're not going to see my ship magically. They're going to see the shells. My ship doesn't just appear. You know what I mean? I don't have a select button. I have a start button. I never look up here at this detectability thing. Oh yeah, look at that. Firing guns in smoke. But what's... wait, so do... It doesn't show me what my visibility in smoke is, though. I guess that's what assured detectability is. Even if I'm in smoke, if people are within 2 kilometers of me, they can see me. So I wonder, firing guns in smoke is probably a solid number, not visibility in fog plus that. But still, that seems silly. That seems silly. Like if you're in smoke, they can't see you, right? I assume. I don't know. We should ask an actual naval officer. I mean, I don't know. I've never been on a military ship. But yeah. Because, I mean, physically, your ship isn't exiting the smoke. Your shells are exiting the smoke. Your ship's in the smoke. The ship doesn't start glowing somehow just because you're firing. Like, obviously there are explosions, but if we assume that the smoke isn't being blasted away by the explosions and it's remaining in place, then they shouldn't be able to see you, right? Someone should write a dissertation on this. Oh, is it? Is it, what, and it's always 2 kilometers? I thought maybe it would be different for, like, battleships versus destroyers. Like, maybe battleships would have a larger guaranteed acquisition because, you know... Is that how come sometimes people can see me behind islands? Because we're close to each other, but I'm behind an island. They shouldn't be able to see me, but somehow they can. Oh. I always just put it down to, like, you know, dodgy terrain masking. RGA. I wonder what that means. Anyway, sorry, I've not been reading all of the chat. I need to scroll up because all I can see is Dino saying ban me. Oh right. You have to re-download. I had to re-download boats as well. I was about to start my stream at 11, then I was like, oh, I don't have it installed, and then I had to spend 20 minutes to download it. Because it takes about 48 gigs of space, and I was extremely low on space. Why are you laying smoke? Okay. I was extremely low on space. Let's just see where everyone's going. What that guy's ship says something. Alright, this guy fancies himself a Roman. Well, he's coming down this way. Oh, I don't like my odds. I just wanna... I'm a cruiser. I just wanna go somewhere where there's cover, not drive towards 4 battleships. But I also don't want to just leave this this guy on his own, you know? Where's this guy? Oh, I turned the wrong way. So luckily he's not coming for me. Alright. See if I can just wing my way around this guy's arse. Not hit this other cruiser, which is glowing green. What kind of camo has this guy got? Look at this thing. Look at that. It's like something out of Sea of Thieves. That's cool. Ah, there is way too much heat up there. I don't like it. Doesn't look like this guy's moving fast, but he's very far away. Right? Yeah, that was an alright shot. He's really not moving at speed. Okay. Seeing as the majority of my team are headed down in my direction, I just think it's wise enough to swing my way up towards sea a little bit. Hopefully some of them will turn around. Who's shooting at me? Something over there. McNamara. The Nagato. I don't know if that'll hit, but I want to turn away from the Nagato's shells. Oh, she took out my steering. I'm going to have to repair it. Are you torpedoing me? Kind of looks like he is.
Problem solved, sir.
I don't know, he kind of turned away there, didn't he? Where's he going? There's a bunch of other ships around, so he could be going after the Suwo he is. Oh, look at... you know what? Why play the video game when you can just look at everyone's cool camo today? Poor old Dicey Riley. That ship's dead. She is taken to the sun. Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. Dicey Riley is a great song. Right, I don't like this. Everyone's left C. There's a destroyer up there? No. There's probably a cruiser up there. The our destroyer, one of them at least, has decided that corner of the map is thrilling.
Teammate, I need your
And he really wants to hang out up there. Whereas the rest of my team has decided that A is the place to be. Well, the Flander has spotted me. I hope he doesn't shoot at me. Ah, hello. Someone else has though. How rude. Oh, you know what? No, they're turning towards me. They're turning towards me. Yeah, that's not ideal. I was hoping... Oh, it's... oh, no. I still say that there's a cruiser up there. I was hoping some of my team might turn around and actually notice that they're leaving this entire side of the map open to the enemy, but they didn't. Alas. Well, it looks like one battleship has turned around. I'm going to keep swinging up this way. It may not be good for my continued health, because there's at least 2 battleships, and I'm sure there must also be a cruiser, because someone captured C. And it certainly wasn't that battleship, unless he turned around. There's a cruiser that we've not seen in a while, and I bet he's up there. I'm trying to get out of visual range of the Flander here.
Attention, reporting the target position.
But he's a-coming. He wants to keep firing on me. Oh, look at that. I just noticed my health is so low. You know what else? You know the other thing? The UI in this version is so much smaller than the console version. Like it's more compact, so the health bar kind of hides behind my microphone a little bit. So I keep like peering over my mic and going like, "Oh yeah, my health's pretty low." I could shoot at this guy, but I wouldn't be able to do much damage, really. We're winning. But I feel like I'm in a bad spot. I will start firing on him, but I want to at least swing around and get my guns over here first, because I was kind of driving the wrong way. I want to get far enough away that not every single battleship can fire on me. Although I guess there's only 2 left. Wow, our team really killed everyone down at A. Did most of their team also go down to A? Is that what happened? That must be what happened. I was coming up here to help cover our aircraft carrier, but even he's decided to go down and attack A now. At this point, I'm kind of out in. I'm the guy that's out on his own, liable to get targeted if they notice me. I want to get close enough to shoot at them, but also far enough away. Plus, I can get a little bit of a heal here. They've got planes. Searching for ships, searching for the aircraft carrier, perhaps, or maybe just swinging around to torpedo
Support the
the
allied
Flander.
target.
Yeah. Ooh, one of them's gonna hit him. I think he's not moving. Yeah. Poor old Dicey Riley. Want to see a battleship blow up? Now, who's spotted me?
Engine boost deactivated.
Who has spotted me? Well, I'm not going to change speed, but I'll change course slightly. Aha. Nottingham.
The ship is on fire. Requesting support.
This was what I was concerned about, getting spotted too soon and then being picked on as like the guy at the back of the group, you know?
Requesting support.
I mean, I suppose I could use a heal just to stay alive for an extra second or two, but I'm not going to last.
Problem solved, sir.
This guy's really speeding up now. I'm adjusting my course, but it won't do much good. Quite maneuverable, though, the Cherbourg, the ship that I'm in. Quite maneuverable. Not maneuverable enough, but quite maneuverable. Nothing I can do but wiggle, but I can't really wiggle far enough to do much of any good.
That was a great battle. The ship is on fire.
I don't know if it was a great battle. It was a weird battle. Like, most of my team all just kind of went down to hang out at A, and so I thought, okay, I'll swing up towards C, because they're probably going to send a few guys around the back there. And I kind of hoped that by doing that, some of my team would, you know, come up with me, but they didn't. It was just me, and that wasn't ideal. Alright, so, unfortunately, I can't make the UI any bigger. We go into the settings here. I've already made it as big as it can be. Where's video settings, I guess? Graphics? Not graphics. Game settings, maybe? Yeah, the HUD is already at maximum size, and it's still smaller than it was on console, which is a shame. You know what, Sammy? I'll have a look at that thing you were talking about. I don't really care, if I'm honest. All I need to know is that it's some kind of thing. Go look at a tier 6 or above. Click on the concealment mod slot. Concealment mod slot? What does that even mean? I don't know. Let's pick this. What's a concealment mod slot? You mean camouflage? Something to do with a camouflage? I don't know what a concealment mod slot is. Ship mod slots. Wait, do you mean the upgrades on the ships? You mean these things? Is one of these specifically called concealment? I didn't know they had names. Thought they would just upgrade 1, 2, and 3. Third slot. I'm guessing one of these is some kind of... what did you say it was called? RGA. RGA? I don't see anything called RGA here. I mean, there's this detectability thing. Oh, the last one. Oh, down there. I mean, but again, this is just as descriptive. The RGA of ships, without telling me what RGA means. Good job, game. Real helpful. The real green armies. The raunchy... I'm not good at thinking on my feet. So, spotting range lets me spot enemies further out. And the same thing with torpedoes. I can spot them further out. But I have wondered on occasion what RGA meant. Real gains acquisition something? Regular something acquisition. I could not guess what that means. Maybe if we look in the specs, it will show the RGA as a stat. No, it does not. Yeah, you say RGA a lot, but what does that mean? What does the acronym RGA stand for? I don't see any stats. Really graphic areas. Nice. Well, we'll never know what it means, I suppose. All right. Oh, screw it. Let's just bomb some stuff. Let's just bomb some things. I don't expect this to go well necessarily, but It'd be different to whip out the aircraft carrier. Like my whole show. Oh wait, see that was Dino that said that. See, because your names are both green, and I'm looking out of my the corner of my eye at the chat. I just assumed Sammy said that. Something guaranteed. Guarantee. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good question. I wonder what the R means then. Oh. All right. Oh. That's good tea, though. You know, I should play some Halo on this channel at some point. I imagine at this point I'm extremely rusty because I played Halo for years and years and years and years and years. I've played so much Halo, mainly Halo 3 and Reach. It kind of went downhill after that because when they brought out Halo 4, it did not run well. Like the frame rate was poor. And we're talking about on console because those games weren't on PC yet. And like Halo 4 did not run well, and it had some issues. And so we ended up mainly just going back to 3 and Reach because it ran well generally and had like more interesting game modes and stuff. But yeah, I played a lot of that. But that said, while I have played a lot of it, I haven't really played a lot of it for the past, I don't know, 6 or 8 years or so now. I guess it's been a real long while, and I suspect that because it's out. If you want to play Halo these days and you have a PC or indeed an Xbox, you want to play the Master Chief Collection, which kind of combines them all into one. It's on Game Pass as well. Not only does it let you play the single player campaigns, but it lets you play all the multiplayers in one shared lobby. Which is fantastic. Sorry, I'm just looking at my UI down there. I love that they make the icons as small as possible. Yeah, that's great. So there's like a whole new generation of people playing Halo these days because the Master Chief Collection is really good, and it's a really great package if you want to just play all of that stuff in one place. And I imagine that because I'm rusty and because they're very good, it would take me a while to get back into it. Alright, anyway, let's see. What were you guys talking about? I'm not real? What do you mean I'm not real? Kaiser's going to shoot my planes down. I was hoping to just get a couple of torpedoes into their aircraft carrier for funsies, but I don't know. These guys are going to shoot my planes down before I'm even able to find their aircraft carrier. God. Yeah, look at the weight of anti-air on me right now. He should be kind of where I am, just kind of, further back. It's possible that the whole universe is a hologram resting on the shell of a black hole, right? What's this guy in a Hermes? You think I'll hit him? I'm often so bad at hitting them. Oh, come on. Was I really down to that many planes already? I thought I still had like 4 planes. Oh well, we only get to torpedo him once. Ha 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 ha. Worth it though. That's funny. Alright, let's not use all my torpedoes up at once. John Titor? Who the hell's John Titor? My favourite character name from anything, like silly character name, will always be Miles Kilo from the, it was the Deus Ex games, right? He was called, not Syndicate? There was a game, by the way, if you like the Deus Ex games, there was an unsuccessful game a good few years back called Syndicate, which wasn't as good as Deus Ex, but it was pretty good. You could I'm sure you could hack the enemies, because it was all like drones and stuff. I think you could hack grenades in people's pockets, to set them off. Syndicate, it was pretty good. It was back when that kind of Deus Ex-y style cyberpunk world was a thing, was hot for a little while. What was that, like 2015 or something? I don't know. It was good. I'm better at this game when I'm not focusing on the game, you know. I don't know that I'll have the fuel or the planes to really come back here and hit this guy, but we'll give it a go. Ah, that might be a miss. He's not moving quite as fast as I thought he was. Ah, just off his side. Just off his side. All right. I'm a little concerned about the right-hand side of the map here, because there's one cruiser over there, and that's it. I'm here using the D-pad to highlight an area, but you got to use the mouse thing now. John Titor? I don't know John Titor, no. Where the fuck are my planes going? Turn around, let's go. Poor old Dicey Riley, she is taken to the sup. Ah. Dicey Riley. What's everyone's favourite Irish pub song? I'm sure we all have one, right? Not just me. Right? Right, guys? When we got our first CD player in the early 2000s, my father bought it from someone in the pub. And he got mugged on the way home. And was able to keep the CD player. There was a couple of guys that attacked him, tried to rob it off him. And he could not go upstairs for a week. He had to sleep. Oh, I only got him with one. He had to sleep on the floor of the living room because he was so badly hurt. You know, just bruised up, basically. He couldn't go upstairs. He couldn't get up to wash or anything. But he managed to keep his hands on the CD player. And it was like a big boomboxy sort of a thing. And we had like 3 CDs. And one of them was some... It was called Seven Drunken Nights, but that's the name of a song. You know when they bring out a compilation CD of music and they name the CD after one of the songs because it's not like it's not an individual artist or anything. All those tracks are bangers, as the hip youth would say. Seven Drunken Nights was a particularly good one, but it had Paddle Your Own Canoe and all that jazz, you know, all that stuff. Oh, did I loose those a bit late? No, that was a good hit. All right. Can I swing around and hit this guy before I run out of planes and fuel? I'm sorry, I can see people are chatting. As soon as I've finished doing a terrible job. Come on. There we go, I guess. I don't normally dive for that length of time. Oh yeah, and like this was everything we got fell off the back of a truck because you couldn't afford anything else, you know. All of the video games that we used to get. There was a guy in the pub who'd just give my dad a printed list of games. And it was just like, you know, just made in Notepad, this list. And so... well, you didn't have the internet or anything, right? So you didn't know what any of these games were. So I would just look through the list and like maybe like once every month or two he would get a couple of these games. And so I would just look at the list and think like, which of these game names sound cool? Quake, that sounds cool, right? Unreal, that sounds pretty rad. Tomb Raider, that sounds interesting, you know? Some of them were not hits, like one of them was called Virus, which was like an interesting game. Virus was interesting. Not a good game, but it was this first-person thing. I'm never going to hit this guy, he's all over the show. It was this first-person game that would look at your system folders, and it would generate... oh, I hit him, actually. It would generate the level based on the folders on your computer and stuff, because it was trying to be like, oh, you know, this is a really bad drop, but I just want to scare him. It was like, oh, it's a virus on your computer, blah, 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 blah.
Set a smoke screen.
It was very cool. Set a smoke screen, that's not what I meant to say. But it was a pretty shit game. It wasn't the best game. But yeah, that CD player was alright. Yeah. 7 Drunken Nights. The thing with Irish pub music is there was always a story to it, you know? And it's usually a funny story, but there was always a story. I'm drawing a blank. I know loads of that stuff, but of course I'm drawing a blank right now. There's the Fields of Athenry, which is a lovely song until you listen to the lyrics, because the lyrics are basically about a bloke who was seduced and tricked by a woman, and she was a thief, but she pinned a theft on this bloke, and he got sent to Australia. You know, back when we sent all of our criminals to Australia forever. And so it's a song about how he has to leave his love and his home and the beautiful fields of Athenry. He'll never see them again, all because of this awful woman. Pretty sure I got that right. There's a lot of similar songs. There's like Black Velvet Band and all that kind of jazz. You're a criminal. Yeah, that was a good track. That was a good Eminem track. What am I doing? Oh, it's just this cruiser left now. Oh, they'll finish him off before I get there. Yeah, there we go. That was a fun little match that I barely paid attention to, just thinking about music. Pumped up kicks. How do we do? You know what? I came in the middle, which for an aircraft carrier, I'm happy with that. I'm happy coming in the middle. And what was that other song? Christ, I can't remember a damn thing now. What was that one that was about like dock workers and fishermen whose jobs were disappearing into like the modern age when their job just didn't matter anymore, and it was being done industrially. What was that song? Anyone Irish music experts in the chat? They can fill me in. Spicy, are you descended from criminal British criminals? Man, what is that song? Val Dunican's a lovely singer. If you want an Irish singer that's done a fair bit of like plenty of funny songs, he has a lot of funny stuff. You know, Delaney's Donkey, Patrick McGinty's Goat, Rafferty's Motor Car is a good one. But he does some like real music as well, you know, that's just all about his like lovely voice and just lovely music. Memories Are Made of This and all the stuff that isn't coming to me right now, because that's the thing. You put me on the spot and I can't remember anything, but later on when I'm not streaming, I'll remember every single song and all the words. What was that song? The Irish Rover. That was a good one. Shame I can't play music on here, but it would be look at that beautiful ship. Can't play music. Well, I can't anyway. I can't afford to license music for streams and things. And what would be the point of playing like royalty-free music? I want to play the Dubliners. I want to play Paddy Riley or the Clancy Brothers, Tommy Macomb, you know. I'm hip and down with the kids. Hey Dino, if you almost got your game installed, you want to join up? I'm going to be... yeah, that too. I'm going to be going to the bathroom for a moment, and then I'm going to be... Oh, but look at this, I can press all these buttons on my stream dock. I can do things like this. I don't know how... If I keep pressing the button, it just keeps sending the message. Oh, Dino, is your internet slow? It took me about 20 minutes to download it. I'm not showing off though, because my internet isn't that fast these days compared to other people. I've not upgraded it. I'm not even on fiber yet. I'm still on coax. The same coax cable that they put in about 2003. Same cable. Anyway, yeah, I will be back in like 2 minutes. I'm just going to go to the bathroom. think Dino has been breathing in too much carbon monoxide. Read that chat. Read what Dino wrote. Let me quote. Did you know the lemon and the grape are both meowing right now as we piss? What does that mean? What? Is that code? Alright, looks like it's just me playing on my own, I suppose. Which is totally fine. You know what? Yeah, screw it. I'll bring a battleship out. What could that possibly mean? What does Dino mean by this? I remembered a bunch more songs as I went to the bathroom. I like Paddle Me Own Canoe. Anyone know that one? That's a good one. All For Me Grog. That's a good one. And you don't want to get Wild Rover mixed up with Irish Rover, because Irish Rover's the one that's about a ship. I think that's quite a famous one, right? But then Wild Rover is just about a bloke that travels around. Raccoons. I've never seen a raccoon. We don't get raccoons here. We get badgers, different things. You certainly don't get as many of them. The closest thing we get to a raccoon is like a fox. I mean, in the city anyway, you know? Okay. Oh, this map. Look at the mini map. This is an interesting one. I've still not really figured it out. I mean, I think whenever I've played this map, I've always kind of gone towards A because it seems so interesting. So maybe I... You know what? No, I'm going to go towards A. It always goes poorly, but screw it. I don't care. I'm going towards A. That film was good. The live-action 101 Dalmatians, right? I remember that vaguely. I remember it being a good film. Wasn't that... look at this guy saying good job. You drove in front of me. What do you expect me to do? Magically phase through you?
Gotcha. Let's do this.
Where's this guy going? I can't even tell what he's driving at. Oh, he's in a Flander. Okay, cool. Alright. Yeah, I wonder what we're going to run into. Yeah, wasn't the woman from that the evil woman? Didn't they make a film about her making her seem like the good guy? Recently, there was like a prequel. Microwaves are fun. I like a good microwave. I wish I could find... Why is it... You know what? Why is everyone driving Flanders today? You got this guy, that guy over there. We were killed by a Flander before. I want to cut the corner a little bit, but I don't want to get in this guy's way. It'll be the destroyer over in B that can see us, by the way. I'm not too concerned about that. I want to swing around here and get up to where that cruiser is. Well, eventually, once I have everyone else. Who are you firing on? You can't, yeah, you're shooting at the island, my friend. But I don't want too many guys. That's an interesting thing to say, Santa. I don't want all those guys on my right to be shooting at me, necessarily. Wow. It's hard to find anyone we can fire on. You think this guy's going to reverse? Even if he is, I might hit him here. That'll be fun. Microwaves. Don't ever try and fix a microwave yourself. Hang on, I'm using flamey rounds. Whoops. Why is this guy crashing into me again? What's his problem? I gave him plenty of room earlier. He was way off ahead of me. But now he's decided to slow down and rub against me for some reason. Alright. Microwaves are such clever little devices. If you ignore the magic of the magnetron, they're so simple as well. Let's just take some energy and pump it into the food to make it hot. I don't mind that you're detecting me with your little radio scanner, because what are you going to do? Shoot at me? Those guys over there might be able to. I doubt you're going to hit me. I like how it looked as if asparagus.exe was a URL. Good job, fella. Killed that cruiser that was in there. Alright, let's move forward at least far enough so I can start firing on these guys. I don't want to just stick around doing nothing. Plus, this guy's out in the open. I wanna go help him. Come on, little Iowa. You can get moving. I hope everyone's having a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, you know. I'm relaxing today. And there's something about the weather this morning. Like, it's warm, but it's kind of dull and grey and, you know. I wonder if I'll hit him. That's a bad shot. He's moving away from us at some clip. I don't think I'll hit him with that. You never know, though. Ooh, I bracketed him. I don't feel bad about if it's a bracket, you know? Because, what can you do, really? Alright, let's see. They're destroyers. We can account for one of them, not the other one. Which means I don't necessarily just want to shoot forwards at top speed like all these guys do. I will certainly... You know what, let me slow down and move out of these guys' way a little bit. These guys really wanted to move ahead. I'm just wildly firing because he's kind of turning all over the place. You never know what's going to hit him. That one shot to the right wasn't too terrible. Oh, in fact, it hit him. Like it's, you know, it seems like you're wildly firing, but you never know. Right, there is at least one enemy battleship in A now. I want to move on up and put some fire on him, frankly. That cruiser, I'm not going to be able to do much about him. Maybe this other cruiser can deal with him. I just kind of want to focus on the battleship. You know, it occurs to me I should have set some of my sound effects on these keys. All right, this guy's there's actually a little island right in the middle, which is quite intriguing. Alright, what kind of shot can we expect? A pretty good one, thank you. Ooh, I avoided that guy's torpedoes. I don't like getting in the way of people's torpedoes if I can help it. Right. I think at least one of those torpedoes is going to hit him, right? Oh, maybe more than one because he started moving. That wasn't a wise choice on his part. Ho ho ho. Alright, so we've got this guy. Do I have time to bring any of my guns around? Kinda. Oh, you know what? He's going that way, isn't he? That wasn't such a wise move on my part then. He's going around the back. I was hoping that, you know, one of us would get around one side of him, one of us would get around the other side. As it is, however, I can't hit him at all. He's hit something back there. Nice. Good job, dead guy. Alright. We're not doing well, mind you. The vast majority of our team are in here. Except for one guy at the other side of the map. Nah, I'm turning left now. That's what's happening. I'm just going to swing... Go out swinging? I mean, we've lost. What do I do, though? Go out swinging? Probably. Surely he's not going to pull out in front of us. Nah, he's going to swing around, swing away. Oh, there's an opening over here. Sure, I didn't even notice. Alright. Screw it. This is where I die. This is the end for me. Dino's on drugs, I think. Well, you know what? We didn't win this game either, but I like the slow education on the map, you know? That's a lot of torpedoes. Look at that. Wow, that's a lot of torpedoes. Send a little good game out. Oh yeah, look at all that damage. This guy does a lot of damage. What, this Velos? Must have been someone else. Alright, that's that match over. Moving on. Wow, I'm still so happy that I can run this game on PC. It's so nice. It's so relaxing. Oh. Alright, something else. Maybe like a... You know what? We still have to get our daily, right? The Colorado. Yeah, I have no complaints with this game on PC. It runs well. I'm on like a 3-year-old laptop. And I mean, look, this game runs well on an Xbox One. It's not like it was going to be like a graphical powerhouse or anything. But I'm happy, because you never know with ports, right? Like, something can be pretty simple and run well on a console, but if they don't port it well, I don't know. Ports these days are I'm not going to say easy. Definitely not easy, but like the Xbox One, and I'm sure the newer Xbox as well, basically just runs Windows at this point. Like, it's not quite as far afield as like an Xbox 360 game was. So there's a certain lack of friction there with porting the game that used to exist. It's not like you can just click compile this game for Windows instead of Xbox, but there's less friction than there used to be, you know, which is nice. So I'm more surprised if it doesn't run well these days. Okay, where the hell am I going? One would think I could wing my way up here, but with these 2 destroyers and nothing else, do I want to hang out with some destroyers? I don't know if that's a good idea. You remind me, Dino, of those things where you like there was this thing for like online comments where they didn't want to be used for like AI training. So they had this thing that's like, oh, go through all my old comments and replace them with random words to kind of poison the AI, you know? I don't know where the fuck I should be going here, really. Like, I could get round the back of basically this big rock. Seems like a wise-ish move, but I don't know. If their team decide to come this way, I'm a little screwed because my team are all going over there and I'm going up here. I do have these 2 destroyers. They have... Someone's seen me. There's this guy. That's not the guy that saw me, though. There's another Colorado. So I've got at least 2 battleships moving my way at the moment. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I've got some cover for now. There are no aircraft carriers. There's a couple of destroyers. We don't know where the hell they are. Why is this guy turning around? You better not be leaving. No, he's just swinging back a bit. I don't know what he's up to. This is more ships than I would like to go up against, though. Can I just hit reverse? Maybe I can just hit reverse. It's like, there's a couple of them over there. I guess those shots missed the cruiser. That's a shame. We do have the Atlantico coming to help. Where's this guy? Well, right now I'm not visible, which is nice. I almost want to just stop right here. Because there's a guy in A, which is probably a destroyer, so I don't want to get too close. Yes, roger, roger. We've got these guys who are behind this island who I can't hit just yet. I don't just want to sit here, but I also don't want to go out there and get hit by a bunch of stuff either. There's that destroyer. I'm just gently backing up a little bit. I don't want to pull away, but it does look like a lot of their team did come this way. I can't see that cruiser. I think I was about to be able to shoot at him. What about this guy? I think he's about there. He kind of disappeared, but he was sneaking his face around the corner. Yeah, hit him. Good. I'm in an interesting spot right now where they can't see me. Ah. See, the thing is... Oh, that battleship that was behind me is dead. Their destroyer is close enough We've already lost half of our team, by the way. Well, basically half of our team. Everyone on the other side of the map was slaughtered. I'm alive because I've been careful so far. But that destroyer is... yeah, I'm going to get spotted soon enough. No point firing on him. I just don't see a way to win this one. I mean, not from where I'm sat, you know? It's most... Look at our team. It's one battleship, one cruiser, and a couple of destroyers. That's all we have left. Like, if these destroyers could get close enough to the battleships to lay a bajillion torpedoes in on them, sure. I'm about to get spotted. Well, reversing will help a bit. Oh, this guy's really moving. He's in a Colorado as well. Yeah, he's going to bring his guns around on me. Of course he is. It's going to take me a little while to reload. He's turning towards me, I'm turning towards him. How's his aim? He's aiming towards my arse because I was moving backwards. That's kind of why I started moving forwards, though. Oh, he's just straight up turning into me. But the problem is there's a destroyer right around the corner. Here he is. I'm just going to have to move forwards. I didn't want to accelerate forwards, but this guy's going to torpedo me, so I need to straighten up and just blast him. See? If I hadn't straightened up, more of those would have hit me. But now that I'm here, I'm done for because I'm moving towards the enemy. I might as well use my repairs and stuff because I'm not getting out of this one. No, I am not. I wonder how many torpedoes he still has. He sent 2 volleys my way, but... I bet he has another one in his pants. So, this is why I didn't want to come this way. This is why I was being careful earlier, because now I'm up against, like, everybody and their nan. Do you reckon... Wait, hang on. This guy has... Does this guy have torpedoes? The dragon. I have the dragon. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm getting shot at from behind, from the front. See more torpedoes on the way in. I've avoided them, but there's a reason I'm going this course, as silly as it is. I'm trying to avoid the inevitable torpedoes and try to somewhat maintain... Yeah, now this volley, best I can do is just keep moving and spin left. I think I'm going to get easily hit by these ones. Yeah, if I almost got one last shot off. Wow, Eric Bay has changed since the last time I saw him. Anyway, so yeah, so there's just 2 of our team left now. But like, there were so many of these guys, and they eventually came around the back of us as well. That game just went really poorly for the team in general. I thought it went pretty well for me. Like, you know, I was kind of careful. I was kind of camped out here for a while. I didn't get a lot of shots off, unfortunately, but I survived for a long enough time, and sometimes that's all you can ask for. Anyway, yeah, I mean, astronomy. I like science. I like space. Astronomy as in pointing a telescope at the stars. If we're talking about that kind of astronomy, I live in a big city, so I can't really do much in the way of astronomy. So I've always liked. Sometimes I'll go outside and I will just stare up at the sky and I'll see the passing satellites, and I like going outside and spotting Jupiter and Venus and stuff. You can see them with the naked eye like all the time. Sometimes you can even see the very slight coloured hue of Mars even. But I don't know a lot about it. Well, it's not just telescopes, but is astronomy not generally like the visual inspection of like the galaxy, like looking at space things? Like, for example, if you took a picture on the surface of Mars with one of the rovers, that wouldn't be astronomy, right? Because that's just a picture on a planet. Astronomy is more taking pictures of things in space, right? Because otherwise, taking pictures of like things on Earth would be astronomy as well. You know what I mean? Interesting. Well, I mean, if you mean do I like space in general, yes. Is it? Huh. I always thought astronomy was mainly the like taking pictures of. But yeah, I guess I like space exploration. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Apollo missions and the Gemini missions, and now I want to bring out a cruiser. What do I want to bring out? How do I flip through this list again? Oh, I'm gonna probably have to get out of my filters. Here we go. Oh, maybe the Konersberg? Yes. My favorite space probe is Voyager. I know that's a pretty obvious choice, but I like Voyager. Voyager 2, the less sung of the Voyagers. They had to turn off one of the sensors, one of the science instruments on Voyager 1 recently to save power. Always a shame. It was the one, I think it was the one that measured particle density. That one was really useful because Voyager has been passing through the heliosphere, like the edge of the heliosphere, and entering into not just the solar wind, but like the galactic version of solar winds. And so being able to detect like the direction particles are moving and their density and stuff is really interesting. Anyway, what? No, astrology is completely different. Astrology is like crazy people who think Jupiter being in a particular place in the solar system means that they're going to give birth to a girl instead of a boy. But I always thought astronomy was mainly the study of like, you know, like looking at stuff through sensory equipment like a telescope or a radio telescope. I didn't think astronomy included like studying the soil composition on Mars, you know, that kind of thing. I thought it was more like what you can see through, you know, telescopes and radio telescopes and things. We have a really cool radio telescope near me with a great history at Jodrell Bank. I mean, actually, we have two telescopes. There's the Mark II, but there's also the Lovell telescope. And they have a great history. I've been there a couple of times because it's a pretty short trip away from Manchester down the road, really. It's like a 40-minute car drive. There's a train that will get you there as well. And there's a lot of history in Jodrell Bank if you look it up. Very cool telescope as well. Big radio telescope. Big dish. Very cool. Mounted on railway tracks so that it can rotate. Yeah, interesting. Well, there you go. Well, I'm coming down here in my Konersberg.
We've been spotted.
And unideally, I've been seen. Ah, they have a destroyer down here. Alright. Well, I'm evasive maneuvering. I'm just kind of mucking about. I'm just being silly, you know?
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Perth! Struth! Being attacked by Perth. I don't necessarily want to get ultra close, but, I don't know, man. At the same time, I do want to be in cover, somewhat. And there isn't really a lot of cover. I can't lay smoke or anything. I just have to get into some kind of physical cover here.
I need intelligence data.
The big concern here is that there's 3 people who can see me, and they can still see me, so it's not this guy. It must be someone else, somewhere else. My sonar is doing nothing for me, though.
We've been spotted.
So, oh, there's someone over there. You know what? I just have to leave. There is way too much action here for me. And I'm going to have to go. I'm just going to have to do a 3-point turn
I need intelligence
and go the other way. Unfortunately, they're doing this thing I really hate, where they're just shooting at me from inside smoke. So there's no counter to this. That's why I don't like it. Like, I don't mind in a game when they give you the tools to potentially, like, counter something. But there's zero counter to being shot at from inside smoke. It's just like, yeah, you can't see them. They can see you. That's it. There's nothing you can do about it. I just have to leave. Fortunately. I'm surprised I've lasted as long as I have, because I've barely been moving, and there are a lot of enemies around here who can see me. I am kind of shocked that I've survived so long, really. It's a shame. I like the Konersberg. She's not really made for this tight stuff. You can't fire on the Perth. She's behind an island. I don't necessarily want to leave. I would love to engage some of these guys. My torpedoes don't have the range needed, but I was really hoping she might just peek out for a moment. I could get a volley off, but she doesn't seem to want to. Alright. I'm not leaving. I'm swinging around. See, that's the thing. You asked me what my favourite nebula are. I'm more interested in space exploration than, like, the study of, like, astronomical structures and things. I couldn't name a bunch of nebula, for example. But I love the Apollo missions, the Gemini missions. I love all of the probes that we've sent out. You know, Juno and Cassini and Voyager and... what were those Venusian probes that the Russians sent? Those are pretty cool. So the actual exploration of space, I think I'm into, but I couldn't tell you much about, like, specific nebulae or galaxies or structures and things. They're very cool. I like seeing the imagery of them, of course. I think they're dope, but I couldn't tell you anything about them. Hee, I shot a ship. And I'd do it again! Oh, he's already dead. Yeah, Cassini's cool, man. It died as it lived, crashing into a planet. There's some really interesting, even satellites and stuff, but there's some really interesting space probes out there that are, like, really old, or, like, things that we sent up. Probe is perhaps, like, in the early days of satellites, we sent some interesting, like, exploration, not exploration, like what do you call it? Experimental platforms up to try things out and to learn things about, like, our own, like, low Earth orbit that we didn't know because we were still figuring stuff out, and that was really cool. We sent up, for example, some pretty neat, just, like, kind of balloons, kind of big space balloons, to test, like, reflectivity and stuff. We basically sent some, like, hollow mirrored spheres into space so that we could test reflectivity and not just, like, visual, but, like, radio reflectivity, because you could bounce signals off them. Tested using them as, like a communications, like, before we had, like, comms satellites and stuff, the idea of just using them to bounce radio signals off to communicate around the planet and stuff like that. It's really interesting stuff. Anyway. And Voyager's very cool, just, like, the design and how it functions and how it's stayed out there for so long. Oh, who knows? Lurkers, who knows? Some people just like having the game on in the background. I like to think that I boost people's confidence because I'm not very good at the game. Oh, by the way, sorry. I'm looking over at YouTube chat. I've just seen Fancy 8380. The chat looks like a fever dream. You're not wrong, Fancy. Dino has drank too much Coca-Cola today, I think. I don't know what's going on in Dino's head. That's right, Dino. I now have YouTube chat. It's you don't see it on the screen, but I see it in the corner. And I've only recently added it, so I need to keep paying attention to it. I do apologize for taking like 5 minutes to notice that message. Yeah, I like to think that some people watch so that they can see someone playing the game who isn't as good as them, and it makes them feel a bit better about their skills. Because I think there are plenty of people who are good at this game, but as with many things in life, have imposter syndrome and think, oh, maybe I'm not actually that good at the game. And then they watch someone like me and they're like, oh, yeah, no, I am good at the game, definitely. Because the alternative is being this guy. Come on, Congo, start firing on me. I'm definitely a good target. I don't really mind if I die. I don't know. I feel like, have we won? Maybe we've won. I'm going to have to start dodging here, though, I think. Can I torpedo him? What the hell's my torpedo range? 6. He's going to fire on me, I can tell. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to work that out. This other guy's in smoke right now. Someone's targeting me. Why wouldn't it be the Congo? I'm already swinging, but he's going to hit me. He didn't do too much damage. Have I set him on fire yet? Oh, he's really moving. I was hoping to get behind this island a little bit here. Get a bit of cover. I know that there is a... oh, he's within torpedo range now. Just want to slow down for a moment. There is a destroyer over here somewhere. You know what? What if I don't slow down? What if I just don't? He's already getting hammered by other guys. If he focuses on me instead of the other guys who are doing the hammering, that might be kind of fun. Oh, is he moving away? He's going out of range.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
Swinging hard to port to try to minimize whatever he's doing to me. Alright, so where is the destroyer? I doubt I'm going to detect him with my sonar, but I might want to look out for any torpedoes he's sending my way, and he's definitely out here somewhere. That cruiser is way over there. There's the Perth who was shooting at us earlier. I don't really care. Where do you reckon this destroyer is? He can see me, but I mean, like, that's not hard. I'm very spottable.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
We're winning on points. I'm mainly just trying to capture C right now and avoid torpedoes. Yes, Dino, I was being hammered by the guys. You should look up, Dino, if you've not read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that is
Affirmative.
a great book. It's not too long. It's like a sci-fi comedy, very British, very, very dry, sarcastic wit, very smart. And it will serve you well in life, I think, to read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, because a lot of cultural memes and touchstones come from it. You know, like, if you've ever heard about the answer to life, the universe, and everything, that's a Hitchhiker's Guide thing, you know? But yeah, it's very funny, very good. Killed him. And, what was I saying? Yes, there's a bit in it where they read Vogon poetry, and what you just wrote, Sniffle Bug Lethal Glaff, really just sounds like you're reciting Vogon poetry. Alright, I'm thinking some of these planes are going to get angry with us in a minute. LeBron James over here in his Ranger. As long as they're not trying to bomb me, I don't really care. I'll just try and set this guy on fire, like I did. I wonder what that cruiser's up to. You know, at this point, I might as well just swing around so I can get my other guns in on him and launch my crappy little float plane. Hey, have any of you guys got the new Civilization game, or you like playing Civ?
That was a great battle.
There we go. Cool, hang on. I see Sammy reciting the old... What do they call it? The old language? The old spells, the old tongue. I recall on LimeWire downloading Superman Returns. It wasn't a torrent though, Sammy. The BitTorrent protocol was something different. LimeWire didn't. Caught you out. I've caught you out in a mistake there, Sammy. Hang your head in shame. Emule though, that was a torrent client, right? Downloading Superman Returns and your disappointment when it was that Hitchhiker's film. I went to see that at the Trafford Centre with a mate of mine. We were in college at the time. That's when it came out. I must have been 16, 17, whenever it was. And it was an interesting project because Douglas Adams worked on it. He worked on the script before he died. So, like, even though it was, obviously quite adapted from the books and even then, like Hitchhikers was a radio show, it was a book, it was a TV series, and that was all under Adams. So, like, you didn't even though they did things a bit differently in every single iteration, you weren't mad about it. Oh, look, Tanaka. I quite liked the film. I prefer like the TV series. The film was fine. It was perfectly good, but I think I preferred the series. What am I going to whip out here? The Montecacoli, maybe? Montecacoli? Do I even remember this ship? It's a nice color. It's like spearmint. I love spearmint. It's tasty. Oh, let's give this ship a go. Yeah, the film was all right. It was fine. It wasn't quite as good as I had been hoping for, but it was fine. But yes, certainly, if you're trying to get a different film, yeah. Who does that? Who uploads the wrong film? What's the point of that? Who uploads a different film? Those were the strange days when you had no way of knowing what you were getting. And also, like, there was no way of voting on things or commenting, so other people couldn't point out to you, hey, this is the wrong thing, But then the whole point of the LimeWire client was to download LimeWire Pro. And then you get rid of LimeWire and install LimeWire Pro. It was a very bold move, having a P2P piece of software also have a premium version. And I wonder how many people actually paid for it, It was like Kazaa when they had, was it called Kazaa Lite, which was the modded client that had a bunch of extra features added to it. That was free though. I don't think they charged for Kazaa Lite. Oh, you think there's someone over there? Okay. Arbitrary. Kazaa Lite was cool. But you could get around ratio restrictions and stuff, because really it was just your client reporting on what you were doing, and so Kazaa Lite kind of I never turned that stuff on because I have a sense of honor, I suppose, but you could get around a lot of the ratio restriction stuff, because what you could do back then, and I believe you still can with P2P clients and stuff, is you can say like, hey, if someone has a ratio on this thing that's too low, or maybe if their upload speed is below a certain amount or whatever it was, then send this file to them at a slower speed. So you give preferential treatment to people who are like helping the P2P system more than everyone else. Alright, let's just start shooting at people. I'm a bit concerned, to be honest. There's a lot of bad guys here. But if I could get a few because their whole team is up there. If I could get a few sneaky shots at this Omaha, it would be funny. I got guns on my arse. Screw it, let's use those. I do love... I love when Netflix came out and it was good, because a whole generation of people, more or less, were able to, like, stop pirating stuff. Because at the end of the day, people generally people generally pirated things then for the same reason they do now, because either they can't afford it or because it's convenient. I don't pirate things anymore like I did when I was like, you know, a child, you know, 15 years ago. But then they brought out, you know, Netflix, and it was not only affordable, but it was easy and convenient. You know, you could do it with your remote control.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Things have gone a little sideways now, of course, because now they're doing... Uh-oh, there's a kamikaze.
All stations.
Kamikaze that allows himself to be spotted is an interesting one. Nowadays, they've gone the silly route of forgetting the face of their fathers and forgetting why they were so popular, because now you have about 20 different streaming services, and they're all way too expensive. So now you're just encouraging people to pirate things again. Or like this morning... This is perhaps less of a problem, but this morning, with my breakfast, I wanted to watch... There's a new series of Death Valley. I think it's called Death Valley. It's this, relatively light-hearted cop show on the BBC about a Welsh cop, and she's helped out by this eccentric actor who used to be in, like, a cop drama. And he thinks himself a bit of a smart detective-y chap, and it's alright. It's a bit of fun. But I had to, like, get it on my TV because I didn't have my laptop turned on. And I had to, like, sign into the iPlayer because I never watch anything on the iPlayer at all. I can't be bothered. There's never anything good on the BBC these days. But so I had to sign in. And then I had to pull out my phone and sign into the BBC website on my phone and then put a code in. And it was like, oh, you've entered your password wrong twice, so we're going to send you an email. So I had to check my emails. It was a whole thing. All just so I could log on and watch some silly little show. Imagine that, but it's Netflix and they want you to give them money as well. Anyway, I don't know, I'm just rambling at this point. But yeah, it is a shame. It is a shame. The same thing with demos. You don't get enough demos these days. I feel like Steam has been fantastic for video games on PC because it makes it so much easier to just buy games. I mean, obviously you used to have to go and, like, go to a shop and buy the disc. But once it became like, here's a bunch of different storefronts, it was a bit more annoying. But with Steam, everything's in one place. They're trustworthy. You can pay with PayPal, which is nice. You can pay with anything, you know, card, whatever. But where was I going with this? Steam, something to do with Steam. Oh yeah, demos. Like one of the great things that you used to have was like almost every game would have a demo because like you would have to go out and intentionally buy a game on disc and bring it home or whatever, right? And you're not going to do that with any old game without knowing if you're going to enjoy it. And there wasn't really much in the way of like, you know, video footage out there. Like imagine like before YouTube was a thing. You got your previews on, you know, on GameSpot and things like that, but there was just a lot less. There was just a lot less stuff out there to help you decide if you wanted to get a game or not. You know, if you wanted to spend money on a game, and so they had demos where you could download, or it came on a CD with a magazine, right? Like, oh, this month's issue has 100 demos on this CD of all these different games. You could get a demo, and that would help you decide if you wanted to buy the game or not. And almost no games have demos anymore. I know Steam Next Fest is that kind of thing. All right, I'm kind of out in the open here, getting chased by these guys. It's not good. I'm gonna swing around. I'm gonna keep fighting this guy, but there's like two of them, and they know that they've got me chased down here. Anyway, the Steam Next Fest isn't bad for that, but in general, games just don't release demos, and so I think that encourages piracy because I think people who might be perfectly willing to pay for a game are gonna illegally download it to try it out, you know. And then they might decide not to bother paying for it because they're like, oh, well, I've already illegally downloaded it. Why bother paying for it now? I'm sure plenty of them do illegally download it, try it out, and then pay for it if they decide they like it. But I think moving away from demos perhaps encourages piracy a little bit, you know. On the other hand, not having demos much like not having to prep a demo for E3, saves developers a lot of time. Because E3 demos, and I'm talking about like stuff that they would show on stage or like demo videos and things, were always really inconvenient. Oh, hello. There's a guy in C right now. Well. It's a good game from me, pretty much, here. Yeah, like, developers used to have to spend a shocking amount of time building a demo for E3 instead of actually working on the
Smoke generator started. Good
on
game,
the
everyone.
actual game. So there's something to be said for allowing developers to not have to spend extra development time making a demo, making a video demo, you know, all that kind of stuff. But I still think it would be nice if we could get back to a time when at least the majority of games had some kind of demo. It used to be like the first level of a game, you know? I'm being targeted by 4 ships right now. I was really hoping that that other destroyer would appear, and he probably has, I just don't see him. Wow, these guys are barely even trying to fight me. What's going on? Oh, hello, fellas. Screw it. I'm being targeted by 5 ships. All my guns are on the wrong side. You know what? If I do manage to turn around,
Let's give them a hard time.
I'm just going to turn around, start shooting.
Torpedoes to start.
The enemy is about to win.
Torpedoes to start.
Oh, they're trying to torpedo me, are they? I see.
Torpedoes.
I see how it is. Oh, the Nevada got me just as I was going to fire on that guy. Oh, those are some cool looking planes. Look at those planes. Oh, I want to look at the planes. That was a fun little match. It's kind of, you know, just playing it by feel. Not really focusing on it so much as just having a good time. Monte Cacoli's a fun ship to fly around. I love my new Stream Dock. There's a pro tip for you. You want to save some money, but you want a Stream Deck, you know, with all the buttons. Look for the Mirrorbox Stream Dock, D-O-C-K. It's a Chinese brand. There goes the ship. It's a Chinese brand, and yeah, they're pretty good. It's like an off-brand thing, but they're good quality things. The application in Windows is pretty good. They got a bunch of plugins. Plus, if you have something like Linux or you just don't want to use the official application, what's the Open Deck? I think it's called the open source software for like people who don't want to use Elgato software and things like that. Works with the Stream Docks as well as Stream Decks, and that runs on Linux. Because I know Ponder. Oh, that Fuso. I love a good Fuso. Maybe I should take my Fuso out. Yeah, Ponder uses one as well. Yeah, Dino. I mean, come on. It's the same as every assassin plot twist, right? Like in the Marvel films, right, where it turns out that frickin' Tony Stark's parents were killed by that other guy's mate. I forget the character's name, but you know, it's your classic. You're buddies with an assassin, and then you find out your buddy assassin killed your parents 20 years ago or something. Still, she's not too broken up about it, if I recall. Oh, should we take the Fuso out? Just for funsies? We've already finished leveling it up, but why not? We're having a good time, right? Are you busy, Sammy? You could always join me, you know. Boost my win rate a little. Yes. But yeah, I missed demos, you know. I mean, it's not even entirely impossible to have demos these days, because if you have a platform like Steam, which records, you know, how long you're playing a game for. Just have it be a timed thing. I mean, you used to get that with stuff like shareware games anyway. There'd be games you'd get that would literally have a timer. You could play them for X amount of time, and then it just wouldn't run anymore, and you'd have to uninstall it. Like a timed demo, you know? You could just do that on Steam. I know that they have the Next Fest stuff where it's, I guess it's not timed so much as it's a literal, like, this is going to be available for a weekend or a week or whatever it is. But you could have just regular timed demos where, like, you can play the game as much as you want for, you know, 5 hours. And then if you want to keep playing it, you're going to have to buy it. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I'd like that. But because if nothing else, I know we have like minimum specs and things, but if nothing else, it would allow you to tell, like, is this game even going to run well on my system, you know? Because sometimes the minimum specs aren't all that helpful. Alright, what am I doing on this map? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure where to go. I might swing up north. It looks like that the only two guys south of me, one of them is turning this way and everyone else is up here, so I might just swing this way.
Enemy battleship in sight. This'll be fun.
I don't think this guy's got him moving much yet, so I think these will hit him. God, the spread though. I forgot I'm in a Fuso.
Enemy cruiser in sight. This'll be fun.
Not known for their accuracy. I'm setting him on fire. Okay, I don't really want flamey rounds. But yeah. Demos. Some form of a demo or a timed demo would be really cool, if for no other reason than being able to be like, oh yeah, I totally want to play this game, but it might not run well on my system, you know? So being able to just run the game and get in there and do some graphics tests and things. Steam's very good about giving you refunds. I'm trying to slow down because I want to shoot this guy before it's too late. Is he reversing? I think he might be reversing. Is that gonna... Yeah, that's a good lob. Alright. Will I hit him though? I didn't want to fire too far to the right. Oh yeah, that's a good spread actually. Oh wow, I really did hit him. Okay, good old Fuso. There's a lot of bad stuff around here though. I don't want to go too fast. In fact, if I could just slow down and just hit the Mutsu when he comes around the corner, that'd be pretty cool. There is a cruiser in A. I don't need to worry about him so much. I'm worried about the destroyer though. Alright, this Mutsu, is he going to come around? Yes? No?
Friendly reminder.
Assuming he's going to come around the corner, let's just inform the team to keep an eye out, basically. I kind of do want to reverse for a moment here. I don't want that other Fuso to start targeting me, or even know that I'm here right now. I want this Mutsu to come around the corner. He's not going to, is he? He's going to stop right on the edge. I might be better off just firing at the Fuso. I think he's going to sit right there. Plus, they can see me now. Alright, fine. Fine. I think a lot of my guns are going to hit the island, though. I'm just going to have to go for it. I think he's already moving way too fast anyway. I think I missed my chance to hit him for the most part. Wasn't a bad volley. Wasn't perfect either. I'm swinging around, I'm hanging around. That Mutsu isn't stupid. Okay, what have we got going on here? If I start moving, it really is just a race over to that island, and I don't really want to do that. I'm in a perfectly acceptable position to target people who stick their nose out. No one's sticking their nose out yet, but their aircraft carrier isn't focusing on me, which is nice, so I don't need to worry about that. Just waiting for someone to really stick their nose out. Hello, Ahmed. That's a good question. I've not played the PC version, so I can't say with any definitive I'm being torpedoed, aren't I? You know what I was saying about the... oh, no. If Sammy's still here, Sammy might be able to answer that question, because Sammy plays a lot of this game and might know about the PC version as well. I don't know. What I can compare it to is World of Tanks console, because I've played that. I've played a lot of World of Tanks on console, and I've played a lot of this game on console. Although this is now running on PC. In case you didn't know, Ahmed, there is a PC release of Warships Legends now as well. So there you go. compared to World of Tanks, I don't think it feels grindy at all, really. I think World of Tanks, it feels like you could spend years trying to get to the end of some of those trees. It's mad. And I've not reached the end of the trees yet on this one. I'm a bit away from it. But there's just so many ships. I'm going to get torpedoed. Like, there's so many ships, and it's relatively easy to get a lot of them. I like, how many ships do I have now? Like 80, 90 something or whatever. I have a bunch. I'm going to have to get moving now for the sake of not being torpedoed. Whereas in World of Tanks, especially because you have to get rid of ships. You have to get rid of tanks in World of Tanks, right? You can't keep too many of them. So it always feels like I have far fewer. And I don't know what it's like on PC. Are you able to keep as many ships as you want on PC? On World of Tanks, they have this concept of garage space, so you can't just get everything you want. But also there's this concept of like paying for repairs, which I don't find to be a problem in this game at all. Like in Tanks, I will lose tanks and not be able to afford to repair them, and that's really annoying, whereas in this game that's just not an issue. I think it's technically a feature, but it never costs so much that it's ever been a problem, ever. Let's launch a spotting plane so I can try and shoot this guy with a bit more accuracy. Unfortunately, their aircraft carrier is focusing on me now, which is why I've had to start moving. And because I've started moving, everyone else can fire on me now. It's kind of why I was hiding behind there earlier, taking shots in relative peace. But unfortunately, their aircraft carrier has got me pegged now. What can you do? And he'll just keep chipping away at me, sadly. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Alright, I don't have long to survive at this point. That guy is dead at least. Yeah, these cruisers are going to kill me off. All I can do is try and turn towards them, but I don't know if I'm even going to get another volley off with how little health I have. What do we think he's doing? Alright, volley away. The Fuso is quite scattershot anyway. I did a bit of damage, but you know. Anyway, yeah. I wish Sammy were here to answer that question. But yeah, I never played this game on PC because my buddy who introduced me to the game didn't have a PC that could run the PC version. So we just never played the PC version. Oh, Sammy, that question from Ahmed. Does grinding take like as long in this game as it does in the PC version? I don't grind, as you know. See, that's the other thing. Like, I swap between ships so it never gets boring, so I've never grinded, and also I've never played the PC version of the game. But it doesn't feel like it takes too long, really. I mean, obviously I've not gotten to the top of any of the tiers, but like, I don't know, I've finished leveling up the Fuso.
GG, well played.
It's the end for me. What tier is a Fuso?
There goes my win rate.
It's a 5. I don't know. See, the thing is, let's go and have a look at my actual, like, where I'm up to. Because I'm not super close to the end, but I don't feel bad about it, right? Like, what would be the easiest? You know what? Let's do the filter first. That's the easiest way. If we just look at ships that aren't premium ships, I'm only up to the 7s. I don't have any 8s, and these are the only 7s I have. So I guess I'm mostly down in the 6 kind of region. But it just doesn't feel grindy, and maybe that's because I have so many ships, you know? Like, how many ships do I have? If I actually, it used to give you a number. Oh, the console version would give you a number. Does it give you a number in here? God, they're not telling me how many ships I have selected. That really sucks. The console version, but it's something like 90 ships or something, or 80 ships, right? It's a lot. It's a lot. I never feel like I'm grinding because I've got so many ships to choose from. It never feels like I'm stuck because I can just pull an entirely different ship out as I feel like it, you know? Like, what cruisers am I currently leveling up? How many of them? Look how many cruisers I have that are currently technically being leveled up that I could work through. So it never feels like I'm stuck on any one because I can just swap to any one of 20, you know? Or destroyers, I'll have fewer of them, but still, look at all this. I have so much selection. If I got bored of one of them, I could just swap to another one. So that's my answer. Is sadly that I don't know specifically, but yeah, I bet it is, Sammy. And it's the same on World of Tanks, where once you get to the higher tiers, like 8 and up or whatever, it really slows down. Or like actually, you know, once you get to what's the highest tier in tanks? Is it 10? I've got a couple of tanks that are the maximum tier, but like getting there, or the second highest actually, getting there is a massive pain, and getting to the end I never have. But yeah, it doesn't feel grindy because I'm not in any rush. Maybe that's the other thing. Like in tanks, I'm really interested in getting to a particular tank, whereas I very rarely look through this list and look at what's ahead of me. You know, like I'm not looking here, and like right now I'm enjoying the Fiji. I really like the Fiji. The Leander I really enjoyed as well, and I even like the Emerald. But I'm not looking ahead, and I'm not like, oh, you know, I'm really working towards the Neptune. I'm just enjoying the Fiji, you know? And once I finish leveling up the Fiji, I'll get the Edinburgh. And then I'll be like, okay, let's try this ship and see if I like it, you know? So I think because I'm not laser focused on getting to the end of the tree, I don't notice how long it takes. You know? Does that make sense? Like, yeah, even with the battleships. I like the Queen Elizabeth a lot. The King George, I'm still getting the hang of. And I'm in no rush to get to the Vanguard, you know what I mean? But yeah, the XP does get maybe a little silly. Man, what else do we have? What about the American stuff? Good old Americans. Pensacola, man. I never play... I should pull out the American cruisers at some point. You know what? I did want to get to the Iowa. It did take me a while to get to the Iowa, because I like the Iowa. It's a fun class of ship, you know? Like, it's a historic... It's just an interesting... it's an interesting battleship. Do I care about the Maine? I don't know. No. I'm enjoying the Iowa. I'll keep enjoying it until I finish leveling it up. But yeah, look at that. 300,000 XP. I'm not even halfway. But that's fine. Yes, probably. Someone probably did say Neptune. Oops. Pardon me. Anyway. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm pulling out my Orion. Oh, I've got a crate I should be opening. Ah, the British. We know how to name things. It's warm here today, you know. Next week, we're having a bit of a heat wave here. I know that we're having one here and also in the Netherlands. And I'm assuming probably a significant amount of Europe is going to get a bit of a heat wave. But I know we are. We're going to get summer weather, like nice summer weather, even though it's spring. It's going to be lovely. I'm going to be doing a lot of garden work, I think. Oh, it's going to be nice. But like today, well, I don't know what the temperature is now. It's probably like 15 or 16. In this shed, it's 25 degrees, and I don't have the heat on or anything, you know. Oh yeah, I should play Halo again, man. Any of you guys ever play Halo? I know Beans has Halo. The problem with playing Halo with perhaps some new people is, especially the people that play it on PC these days, are probably going to want to play with a keyboard and mouse, because they added that functionality when they released on PC. But I'm a traditionalist when it comes to Halo, because Halo, I mean, Halo was a very formative, like modern, like they almost set the mold for the modern console FPS, you know? Anyway, the point is, I think it should be played on a controller. There's nothing wrong with playing it on keyboard and mouse, actually. Nothing at all. But I want to play it on a controller because that's how I've always played it. And I want to play against people with a controller. And that's the problem. Because you can totally pick, hey, just play against people with controller. Don't put me in the same bucket as people with keyboard and mouse. And that's great, and that's what I do. But I worry that that my friends probably just want to play with keyboard and mouse. So like, Beans has the game, but I'm pretty confident he probably plays it keyboard and mouse. So we wouldn't be able to play it together. I wouldn't force him to use a controller. But like, Halo is just such a controller game. Halo is actually the game that I learned how to use a controller on, because I went to my friend's house and he had an original Xbox and introduced me to Halo 2, and that was the first time I'd ever held like really a controller for a console. And it was funny because he thought it was funny that I was like 14 years old and didn't know how to use a controller, because you know, people up to that point had PlayStation 1s and Mega Drives and things, and I'd never done any of that kind of stuff. I was very bad at the game originally. Haha, that guy's on fire. But yeah. And the thing is, you know, you have an edge with a keyboard and mouse, right? And I don't really want to play against people who have an edge. I want us all to be on equal footing. And that's the great thing about Halo. You're always on equal footing with everyone else. There's no like unlockable weapons and unlockable armor sets that do different things, and you're all just basically the same guy with the same loadout and the same everything, and it's all about skill. Anyway, I'm rambling. Oh yeah. I have a Mega Drive. Hello XT Gaming 04. I'm really trying to pay more attention to the YouTube chat. I figured out how to get it like built into OBS now so I can see it properly. I love the Orion. She's a fine ship for setting people on fire, she sure is. And blasting people in general. I'm on fire. Maybe I should do something about that. Altered Beast. That sounds really familiar. I don't think I've... Oh, I haven't ever played the game. But it sounds really familiar. What was that game? Altered Beast. Was that some old 360 game or something? Where are these? I'm seeing enemy torpedo planes. I don't like the look of them. Are they coming for me? I'm going to start swinging hard to port in case they want to drop some torpedoes on me. There's only one of them left, and I don't know if he's coming for me. He is, and he did drop a torpedo, but it won't hit. Okay. Moving on. I think I can... Ah, the enemy battleship has started to focus on me now. Well, we're close enough. Let's maybe swap to armor piercing. Wow, that guy really wanted to torpedo me, didn't he? Wow, yeah, he really did. Good thing I changed course when I did. Ah, Mega Drive, yeah. Yeah, I actually have a Mega Drive, but I picked it up secondhand. My friends are the ones that had the Mega Drive originally, and I went round to their house. I'm pretty much doomed here. I'm on fire a lot. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do enough to this guy. Someone keeps firing torpedoes at me very poorly, which is nice, but I'm getting set on fire way too much. Ah! Look, there's a destroyer. I don't think I'm even going to get another shot off at the amount of health I'm losing at this point. I think we've done all right over here in general. Yeah, he reloaded his volley before me. Sadly, a lot of fires burning there. Sadly. He had way more health than I did. The Wyoming, is that also a 3? It feels like it is a 3, yeah. Alright, moving on. See, that's what I like about this game. I don't have to worry and be like, oh, I don't have enough silver to repair my ship. I can just move on. Sammy, you're probably not looking at the YouTube chat, so let me relay this message. XT Gaming 04 just said, good morning to you too, sir. Oh, the mini Mega Drive stuff. Well, when you start... Now, this is a whole conversation, right? Because when we're talking about, like, mini Mega Drives and mini SNES and stuff, those things are just little, like, modern devices that run an emulator, which is totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to the extent of buying hardware to do something like that, you might as well put... Like, unless you just want something that looks nice on your shelf, because those little mini consoles look cool. What the fuck is this? What is this? What sci-fi alien bullshit did I just dredge out of the ocean? like, unless you want the thing on the shelf or whatever, or you just want convenience and ease, it's easy to just get like a Raspberry Pi, get like Retro Pi or whatever the modern equivalent wrapper is now, and just like set it up yourself. And that's what I did. And it was convenient. It was nice. So I've got a Pi sat around that I can just hook up to a TV and play anything up to the Dreamcast, I think. I don't think it runs Dreamcast stuff well, but anything before the Dreamcast, including all the really weird consoles, the Jaguar and so on and so forth, and the frickin' what was that stupid 3D game Nintendo thing that came out, the Game Boy something or other, the VR thing. That thing was crap. But because basically the little mini devices, they just run an emulator. Oftentimes they run like an open source emulator that they've chucked on there. If you're going that route and you're not looking for like pitch perfect emulation, hardware like emulation, you might as well just go the route of doing it yourself. And my tip is to look up no intro ROMs. Those are what you want. Find the no intro packs, because those are what that basically means is those are the ROMs that are unaltered from the originals. Back when they were ripping a lot of ROMs and making them work with emulators, they would have to go in and modify them. And so you would even have some of the mods would add cheats. They would add different splash screens at the start from whoever was like modifying the ROM. And no intros are literally just straight ripped from the cart, no modifications, no changes. And it's if you want the pure experience, the purest you can get on an emulator anyway. But if you want a slightly more authentic experience, you're looking at paying some money for what's that console called? What's that console? You know the one I mean, the one that does the like proper hardware emulation. God, the name escapes me. Everyone knows what it is. They're quite expensive though. I wish Ponder were in chat because he does all of that stuff. He mostly hangs around the like Commodore, Atari kind of zone of video games. He's very good at those games. His link's on my channel if you ever want to check him out. If you're interested in seeing someone who's really good at playing those old games, he's very good at that stuff. He has a lot of original hardware as well. Like he has a Commodore and all that kind of stuff. The hell are those things called? Someone tell me. You know what I'm talking about, right? The things that do pretty clever, like pitch perfect, like hardware emulation. What the frick are they called? They're like with the programmable hardware, basically. Anyway, that stuff's cool. Going silent for what? I'm going to drink my tea. That's what I'll do. Plus, with stuff like RetroPie, which is kind of RetroPie is like a launcher wrapper thing for a bunch of different emulators and things. And I think there might be a modern like replacement for RetroPie now, because I set RetroPie up about 6 years ago on this Pi, and it's just a little device that sits offline. I don't need to update it because I don't connect it to the internet. It's just a little box I plug into my TV to run my my games. But what you can also do with that, and I'm sure whatever the new version is there's like netcode, and you can if someone else is running the same version, you can and if it's like a 2-player couch game, you can play it with them as if they're sat on the same console across the internet, which I think is super cool. So you can get the experience of playing your old games as if you were sat on the couch with someone. Without the modern kind of Steam equivalent of that, which would be sending video to someone else, Oh man, what are those things called? XT doesn't know. I'm tempted to Google it. You know what? Can I get the internet on my phone? I'm in my garden shed, and so I don't get great Wi-Fi signal out here. But if I can just start moving a little bit here and then look it up. You have to have a bit of money for these things because they cost a few £100. But no, begin with an M. Yeah, I've ran Ethernet to my shed. They're absolutely essential for a couple of reasons. Let's see. Hang on. What are they called? You're killing me here, Internet. You're killing me here. Oh, the Mister. Yeah, FPGAs. Yes. FPGA is the type of tech, and the specific one that everyone uses is called the Mister, because it's literally hardware emulating the consoles rather than just like a software layer. And so you get, like, you know, perfect timing on all of your games and stuff, and it can feel as much as one can run exactly like the original hardware. You know, you're outputting, you know, on HDMI and not composite or component or whatever the original one was, RF and stuff. But yeah, the Mister and FPGAs in general, they're expensive, but if you really wanted to get perfection, that'd be the way to go. Otherwise, you might as well just set something up like RetroArch, RetroPie or something. Anyway, what the hell am I doing here? Hey, Antioch. Yes, the Colorado. I'm doing my dailies. I've not been very successful on the Colorado today, admittedly. Dino, we're talking about the difference between hardware and software emulation for old game consoles and stuff, and the difference between the like little kind of like mini SNES, mini PlayStations, mini this, mini that consoles. Like for the price, because you'd have to buy each of them separately, you know, and you have to buy each of them separately. And then you can't really, I mean, people have gotten in there and put out firmware that lets you add things to them and run other things. But, like, you can't really do much with them. They're pretty closed down. So for my money and for my... I'm the kind of person that sets up XBMC instead of running, like, Plex or whatever. But for my tastes, if I'm going that software route anyway, I might as well... This guy's going to be... There's no point firing on him. I might as well be running a RetroPie. Why has everyone got to hide? I want to shoot everyone, but they're all hiding. Yeah, see, that's the thing, XT. I never had the old consoles. My first real console was the Xbox 360, which I got second-hand. I was in university, so I had a bit of money at that point, and I got an Xbox 360. It was like a launch 360 as well, and I got it second-hand. Oh, fuck the Warspite. I'm up against the edge of the map here, which I don't like. I'm going to do a big swing round. I don't know if I'll be alive by the time I finish, but I want to come about and start sailing in the other direction. Yeah, I got a 360 so I could play Mass Effect when it first came out. Until then, I was just a PC player. They're going to fire on me now because I have so little health. Like, compared to my colleagues here, they know I'm the one that can be killed the quickest. So they're going to want to just finish me off. Which is entirely the right move, and it's what I would do as well. Plus, these guys might be hidden because they're slightly behind the mountain. I feel like they are visible, though. It's just, I'm the better target because I'm the one they could probably finish off pretty easily. There's no way I can hide. The destroyer's going to keep me spotted and I've got no health. That Warspite's going to hit me nice and hard as well. He's not even interested in hiding. He's just kind of hanging out. Oh, he's not even firing on me anymore. Why not? He could finish me off. What's his... Well, I'm not good enough for you, am I, Mr. Warspite? You don't want to kill me? Oh. This Miyoko wants a piece. He's moving at some clip. I reckon I'll hit him with that? No, he's turning. As soon as I fire, he turns. Oh, that's a shame. Yes, Santa Claus, we are. That guy's turning away from me, not much point. I might as well just do what I have been doing and focus on shooting at people I can actually shoot at. This guy's going to hide. Look at him kicking in the engines the moment he realizes I was firing on him. So nice of this guy to eat some torpedoes for me. That's so nice. You got to be more specific, Dino. Which big words? Look at this look at this ship. Look at this thing. The Rasputin. What would Rasputin think today if he could see us now? I'm surprised I'm not dead yet. They've not lost a single ship either. Like, we're definitely going to lose, and I'm definitely going to die pretty soon. But I'm surprised I'm not dead yet. Ho ho. Yeah, when the Colorado can hit, she can really hit. That she can. Come on. Swing around. I'm actually about to go out of range. Oh, but hang on. There's an enemy ship in C here? I don't know. I was going to start swinging right, but I really don't want to at this point. Because there's several destroyers here, and that would be very bad. I'm less worried about him and more worried about the other guy, who's more in a position to torpedo me. Man, I've got some hella repairs on this ship. I was really hoping he'd poke his head out and I could just get a volley off and then swing left and turn around and start engaging those battleships again. But this guy just does not want to come out. He's probably fired a volley at me and then pissed off. That Fubuki isn't the one I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the one I can't see. I don't really want to swing around towards him because that would be a terrible idea if he's torpedoed me. Wait, is that him? Yeah, there he is. I'm always really bad at hitting destroyers. I'm bad at judging their speed. I got it right this time, but I'm usually really terrible. Oh, the game ended. Hey, at least I survived, even if we didn't win. Good old Santa Claus. Yeah, hey, if you like Tetris, wow, I was the top player, and I wasn't even particularly good. Huh. None of us got a kill, though. Not a single one of us killed anyone on their team. There you go. If you like Tetris, there's a great SNES game called Tetris Battle Gaiden, which is a multiplayer. It's like a two-player Tetris game, which is really cool. Because you get I'd love to play it on the stream, but I have to have a person sat next to me to play it with me. So it's Tetris, right? But first off, you pick a character to play as. Each of you pick a character, and the characters have different powers that you can use, like different abilities. And you collect these little orbs. Like as you go through playing Tetris, some of the blocks will contain orbs, and if you complete a line with the orbs in them, you collect the orbs, you know. And as you go through, you'll have a couple of different abilities that will require different numbers of orbs. So one of them might require just one orb, and then once you get up to like 3 orbs, if you hit your ability, you'll hit that ability. So you can't select between abilities, but you can always hit the one that you've got the right number of orbs for, right? Up to like 5 or something. And they each have different stuff. And you and the other person are both playing the game at the same time next to each other, and you have a shared block thing. I forget what it's called. Queue. A queue. So you are not only playing against them and trying to like get your blocks down quicker or slower so that you'll either get the next pickup or they have to get it. Maybe you want to force them to pick it up. So if you slow down, it forces them to potentially pick the next one. But besides that, you have all these abilities. Some of them help you out, like they might help you clear a line in different ways, or shuffle stuff around, or do this, that, or the other. But then as you go along, the other ones will do bad things to the other guy. Like maybe it'll swap the board around so that like your board gets swapped with their board, or maybe it'll add a bunch of holes in all of their Tetris pieces, you know, to make it harder for them to complete a line. Or it could do any number of things. It might make it so they can't see their board for a few seconds, or whatever. So you pick a different character and you get, you know, a selection of different abilities. And not only that, but there's some great music, fantastic music. Like, because depending on the character that player one picks, it changes the background area. You might pick like the ninja or the guy from the jungle or the guy from the big city or whatever, and like the artwork will be different and the music will be different, and it's just full of absolute bangers. But they never released it in the West, which is a shame. You don't really need to understand the language. You can kind of figure out what the buttons do pretty quickly. So much fun. I love playing Tetris Battle Gaiden, and I don't even like Tetris normally. I find it to be not a boring game. It's definitely challenging and interesting, but it doesn't keep my attention. But playing it against a person in that way is just a lot of fun. Giant Bomb did a couple of streams where they played Tetris Battle Gaiden. So if you want to see that game played by some like fun people who are playing it in, I think, the right kind of way, you know, in an enjoyable setting, just having a good time with each other, look up like Giant Bomb Tetris Battle Gaiden.
Let's take 'em down.
Man, that game's so good. But yes, you kind of want someone sat with you playing it, you know? Alright, what the fuck am I doing? I'm going to swing over this way and see what I can see. I'm in my kamikaze, which, as always, means I'm going to be playing it like a submarine. Stealth, torpedoes. Don't get seen. Hopefully torpedo big ships. There's only one destroyer to worry about, and a caster, although they are teamed up with a cruiser and a battleship. But if I can stay away from him, and if I can stay away from their aircraft carrier, we could have a lot of fun. There are a lot of battleships in this match. A lot of battleships. I'm going to drink my tea. God, it's getting warm in here. It's like 26 degrees in. I should open a window or something. It's sunny. But yes, if you have the money and you want to be able to run games as if you're running them on original hardware, or as close as you can get without having original hardware, you want to get an FPGA-based device like the Mister. I would love one of those. They're pricey. They're very expensive, though. Like, I would love one, but I'm more than happy to just play software emulation. That's more than enough for me. I'm happy. All right, what's my torpedo range? 8.1. This cruiser. Let's see. I very much doubt I'm going to hit 35 second reload. Shouldn't that be 25 seconds? 35 seconds is reasonably fast as well. I thought it was 25. Either they've rebalanced the game a bit, or maybe I have the wrong something or other selected. Thought it was more like 20-second reload, not 35-second reload. No, I reckon I've missed all those. Shame. Almost hit him with that one. Yeah, he dodged those. Ooh, yeah. Good dodge, though. Maybe it was always 35 seconds. I have a terrible memory. Come on, lads! Come on, Mr. Mutsu. I mean, it's a pretty good reload speed, because I'm already ready to fire again. He could swing left and accelerate and miss all of my torpedoes, because he's kind of coming at an angle. If he just turns right, he's turning the wrong way. But if he turned right instead of left, you know, he could easily avoid him. Trying to torpedo me? Come on. Right, let's swing away from this island. Whenever I'm playing on the kamikaze, I'm as much playing looking at the map, sometimes more than the actual game, because it becomes a very horizontal game when you're torpedoing. You reckon one of them's going to hit his bow just barely? Ooh, yeah, just about. Alright. And kind of, by the time you've done that, you're ready to fire again, you know? What's he doing? You think he's going to accelerate? I reckon he's going to accelerate past most of those. Hey XT, if you're still in the YouTube chat, we must have met before, right? I feel like I'm subscribed to you. You obviously play this game. Do you play it on streams or anything? I'm Oh god, I can't talk anymore. I'm really bad at remembering people. Ah, there we go. Hit him just kind of amidships. I'm so bad at remembering people unless I see them on a regular basis. It's hell. You know when you start a new job and people introduce themselves and then you immediately forget their name? Alright, what's this guy doing? He's kind of stopping? Is he going to start reversing? I mean, I doubt it, but I fired behind him anyway, just in case. No, he'll start moving forwards the most he... Now, fair enough. You stream, but not on a schedule, typically once a week. See, now that's fair enough. I tried to stick to a schedule only because... Ah, this guy's dead. Alright. Ah, you know, most of the enemy have gone the other way, but let's go for this New Mexico. Mostly because it helps me on those days when I have the time to do it. It gives me a reason to get out of bed, kind of thing. It gives me something to build my entire day around, you know. Get a bunch of work done in the morning because I have to be streaming in the mid-morning, and then, you know, and then you're up and about and doing things. Ooh, nice. One of those torpedoes hit. Alright, hello. Hello. Driving towards us, are you? It's very hard to hit a cruiser. He could go in any frickin' direction, but right now he's coming towards me, you know? I would be shocked. If these hit him, it's because he's not looking where he's going, because he can easily thread between them. But if nothing else, it's going to make him think, and it's going to make him dodge a little bit, and the more time he's spending dodging and the less time he's spending with his guns pointing where he wants them to be pointed makes me happy. This one's going to hit him. That's his own fault. That's his own fault.
Another cruiser down. Another little victory.
Come on. That's his own fault. He had 1,000,000 miles to avoid those torpedoes. What was he doing? My word. Alright, what the hell am I doing? Where was that battleship? New Mexico. Let's turn on the engine boost, get over there before someone else sinks him.
Engine boost is on. Oh, I love being
Good, XT, good. Good. I tell you, the YouTube account that I use for all of this stuff, for streaming and archiving all the videos and things, is just for this, right? And it is wild when you sign up for a new YouTube account. It is kind of wild the stuff it recommends. You know what I mean? Because my old, like, personal YouTube account I've had more or less since YouTube came out, so it's had many years to perfect its, like, algorithm, and I don't see all of the crap that people complain about, you know, all of the, like, clickbaity, horrible nonsense. YouTube, I'm very blessed, I don't know, I'm somehow very blessed because it only shows me, like, interesting science content, really cool video game YouTubers and journalists, and really interesting stuff, and history, and art and music and so on. God damn it, stop sinking, people. Alright, okay, the rest of them are all down on that corner. Let's see if we can get down there. But then when you sign in on this account, because it's relatively new to YouTube, the amount of weird stuff you see, I mean weird stuff. Really, really odd stuff. Hey, I'll tell you what, if you use YouTube and you're like me and you don't like all the clickbaity like thumbnails where people have their mouths wide open and they're like, ooh, you know what I mean? And all of the kind of like crazy titles where they write everything in capital letters all the time. There's a couple of like browser plugins you can get. One of them I think is very well known these days. It's called Sponsor Block, and that thing will kind of highlight in the video like segments that are like sponsorship segments, but also like where the like the most important point in a video is, you know, like say if the video, this guy's going to be dead before I hit him, if the video is about showing off like a feature in a game or some new device or something, and they spend the first 8 minutes like talking crap, and then they eventually show the device later, it will allow you to just jump straight to that point and things like that. But the one that I really love is, I think, the one that's used less often, and I think it's a paid one. Sponsor Block is free, but the same people make a different browser plugin which you have to pay for, but it's very cheap, and it's called D-Arrow. And what it does is it will change the title of a YouTube video and also the thumbnail. And so if it's a video that it's coming to fresh, it will just do what YouTube used to do, where it will pick a frame from the video and make that the thumbnail, like a random frame. And it will generally process the title of the video so that if it's like an all caps thing, it will turn it into like more reasonably capitalized text and stuff like that, and it will remove excessive exclamation marks and things. But there's an amount of crowdsourcing as well, the same way Sponsor Block works. So people and yourself can scrub through the video and submit a timestamp for, like, I think this should be the thumbnail, like this bit of the video is the bit with the interesting image or the relevant image, so this would make a good thumbnail, and I think the title should be this. So when you get videos that are talking about something that are really clickbaity, like this number station was run by the Russians and then this happened, because it wants you to click the video. Someone might go in, watch the video, and then actually write a more descriptive title that doesn't stop you from watching the video. It's still interesting, but it tells you, like, what the name of the number station was and what the actual story is going to be. Like an actual useful title written by humans. So I really, really love that plugin, and that has really helped transform my YouTube experience. I no longer see people exclaiming with a bunch of red arrows pointing at circles that are pointing at nothing on thumbnails and stuff. It's very nice. And if you do, if there's particular channels that you want to, you do want to see their thumbnails, you can add them to a whitelist, and then you'll never see them modified. And I do that because there are some YouTubers that don't do crazy, terrible thumbnails. But some of them put like actual useful information in their thumbnails, like an episode number or something, so it can be handy to see their thumbs. But yeah, D-Arrow, very, very good, very useful. I highly recommend it if you don't want YouTube to drive you potty. A lot of this stuff might be like autism stuff. I think a lot of people don't care and it doesn't bother them. But I'm also the kind of person that really hates ads, like on web pages. And it's partly because if there's a flashy moving thing on the page, I can't focus on what I'm reading. My brain focuses on the ad no matter what. It's really annoying. I'm a bit weird. Even if you watch YouTube on your phone, right? Let's say you watch a YouTube video on your phone. And so you bring up the YouTube video. This will be something everyone's familiar with. And if you don't have the video full screen, then the top of the screen shows the video, and then below that there's a box that says, like, click here to look at the comments, and then below that there's a thumbnail for another video, right? And I find that, even though it's not animated, it's just a colorful thing, I find that really distracting. So I tap on the comments to bring the comments up to hide the thumbnail for the other recommended videos, because then it's just kind of black and white text that my brain can kind of ignore. But just seeing a bright, colorful thumbnail for another video is weirdly, like, it takes a certain percentage of my brain power to ignore it, and it's uncomfortable in my brain. It's like a little bit of friction that I don't want there. And so just bringing up the comments so that my screen is basically black and white except for the actual video. God, look at this camo. It looks cool. Really helps me out. And similarly, on web pages with ads and things, it's not... I don't like ads anyway, but even if it wasn't an advert, even if it was just a similarly distracting banner or something, I'd still want it to go away so that I can focus on the actual content. So yeah, I don't know, I'm a bit weird, maybe, is the... Oh, that's nice, Dino. We both plan our whole week around it. But yeah, maybe I'm a bit weird with that stuff. And again, also, maybe a little bit old-fashioned as well. Because, I think there are lots of people these days who are who go on something like YouTube, see every thumbnail is just a guy with his mouth open, looking with his eyes wide, pointing at nothing, and there's a red arrow and a circle, and and the titles are always clickbaity crap. And they think that's just how it is, and they're just used to it. Whereas I remember, I'm not going to say it was a better time, but I certainly remember a time when we were all a little bit more innocent in a way, and still figuring out, like, because the whole point of the clickbaity, eyes wide open, mouth wide open thumbnails and the arrows and the clickbait titles is because people over the years have figured out that's how you draw people in, that's how you get the views, right? But back then we hadn't figured it out yet, and so we weren't doing it that way, and to my brain it was a lot more relaxing. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to go with these cruisers. I was going to swing right, but fuck it. This might go terribly for me, but I am going to just drive with these two cruisers and help them out. If the enemy decides to send all of their ships this way, we might have a problem. Alright. Hello, Edinburgh. He's about to see me anyway, so I might as well engage. I kind of want to use the island as cover once I get close to it. I do not want every man and his dog to be able to fire on me. At the moment, there's not much I can do about that. The Inamura... I've never even seen an Inamura before, but the Inamura... Wow, I'm already getting blasted by the Inamura. I've lost like a third of my health. Barely even in range. Is she turning away? She's turning away, which is a shame. She's turning out of range. Oh. The Edinburgh's gone. Okay, maybe I will bring my guns around. Oh yeah, Dino hates it as well. Oh yeah, everyone's weird in their own way, absolutely. I don't know, let's try armor-piercing rounds. Let's try repairing. No one can see me at the moment, which is nice. There's a bunch... You know what, I was bringing my guns around, but no, I actually think it might be wise to keep them where they are. I'm not pulling out over there. A battleship and two cruisers, and we can't even really see them. Yeah, no thank you. I'm surprised this guy can't see me. But I think that he's getting his spotting from the Inamura right now. And I can't fire on the Inamura. Well, I could, but I wouldn't hit her. We should... Dino, here's a little plug. I have a Discord with actually a surprising number of people on it now. It's quite nice. We should share links to science YouTube channels, because I've been collecting them for many, many years now, and I have a good number of them. For one thing, I'm out of range of everyone here. I can't fire on them even if I want to, but also I would be obliterated by fires from guys I can't even see. So it kind of behooves me to stay in cover for a minute. The Inamura is moving back into gun range, but... Alright. Yeah, I'm actually going to kick in the... I bet it's this guy to the right. It can't be the other guy. It has to be this guy. I know you're already in the Discord, but for anyone else who might be interested in joining up, you get to see pictures of people's pets. I occasionally post pictures of my breakfast. It's very exciting. You got pictures of my breakfast in there. We talk about the weather. Actually, I don't think we've ever talked about the weather. But yeah. One thing I think is handy that I just added is if people want to join me in any particular game, like this game, or I play... hello, Edinburgh, there you are. Or I also play World of Tanks and Helldivers and stuff. I have a couple of roles. This guy's going to torpedo me, isn't he? I have a couple of roles, and I'll alert people who are assigned to, those roles if they want to join in. I don't know if Edinburgh has torpedoes or not, because I'm not Sammy, so I have no clue. Someone is torpedoing the crap out of me, though. Oh, that guy's going to be gone long... Oh, he does have torpedoes. Good thing I kept moving, then. Yeah, that guy's going to be gone long before I can do anything. He is going to hit me with a torpedo right on the arse. There really isn't anything I can do. I think our team's kind of screwed. If you look on the minimap, most of our team are huddled in one tiny spot just over to the east. Where I am, you've got these guys who probably aren't doing particularly hot. The Edinburgh over here, who's going to start firing on me in a minute for sure. Because she knows she's got me now.
Here's our target.
Oh, I missed. I bracketed her though. I never feel bad if I bracket the enemy because it's less an issue of my aiming and more just an issue of the fellas in the gun turrets. Oh yeah. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate it. I know I should have paid more attention. You know, Dino, you can use the command. Oh, never mind. The bot already put it in. But you can use the command exclamation Discord, and it will put the Discord link in. Or, oh wait, you can't do that. I was about to say you. Oh Jesus! Well, that guy's dead. Devastating strike. I don't see that very often. Yes, I mean you're dead by now. There's no way I'm going to be able to get over and help you out. But I am going to turn around and try and help. He'll be dead by the time I get there. And I won't survive long myself, but screw it. Well, it's me and this cruiser going up against this other cruiser. I'm swinging around. I'm helping out. Oh yeah, the lurk command. I added that because I didn't know it was a thing, and then someone used it, and I was like, ooh, I wonder what that command's supposed to do. And then I Googled it, and you know, it was an etiquette thing. People started using it, and then people were like, I'm gonna add it so that it gives a little thank you to the lurkers, because I appreciate it, you know? You don't always have to chat. Not everyone wants to chat, you know, and that's fine too. I mean, as someone with social anxiety, I mean, look, I can talk and talk. I don't know if you've noticed, but I can do a lot of talking. But that's because no one can stop me, and I don't have to look at you all. Standing on a stage would be a different matter. I tell you what, though. Here's an example of my social anxiety. I really love radio. I love amateur radio. And oh, look at this guy coming in to bomb me. Are these bouncing bombs? Just carpet bombs. Well, one of these cruisers must have the carpet bombing trait. Or maybe two of them, because I'm being bombed by two different sets of planes. And they're really killing me. I wonder if that... What was that cruiser that was back here earlier?
Any chance you could provide
This guy? The ship? I reckon he probably has those things. I'm just going to send a good game because he's got me.
This is fine.
Yeah. I reckon that guy's got those, like, float planes. The ones that can just carpet bomb you. Anyway, what was I talking about? There are no spaces in commands. Come on now, Dino. Come on. Come now. Alright. What are we on? Wow, 2:39. Alright, I'm going to go to the bathroom. But check it out. Now that I've got my stream dock, I'm going to be going on about this for the rest of the day. I can press a button on my stream dock, and it sends a message. Look at that. I can press it more than once. Great. I'll be right back, guys. Hello. Hitting my mic. I always like to look at the viewer count before I go to the bathroom or when I get back to see who left. Someone always leaves. You're the real ones. Whoever stuck around. Oh, right. I'm comfy. I'm sat down. I opened the door. The dog is in here now. The door's because it's hot. It's freaking like 27 degrees in here. Oh, okay. I'm comfortable again. I don't like keeping you waiting. It is warm here today, and this is just the beginning of the warmer weather. It's going to get warm. Oh, right. We still haven't got a win in our daily. So let's see if we can actually get that before we're done today. How about that? That's a good question, Dino. I have no way of knowing. God, you know what? I need to add more buttons to my Stream Deck. Maybe like sound effect buttons? I have no way of doing the sound effects at the moment. Sorry, I was distracted by just staring at my dog. The lovely weather outside. Oh, it's nice, man. What's everyone doing later today? That's my question. You can answer that while I chew this sugar pill. Sugary.
Action stations.
Ho ho ho. I like all these new like background pictures they've got that they've added. I remember when they added that kind of stuff in Halo. I think it was Halo 4 they added that kind of thing. Like you could always set your icon in Halo and that became more of a thing in Reach. I think it was Halo 4 where they started adding pictures. It might have been Reach where they added pictures. I don't remember. I was taking a moment to kind of see where everyone was going. So, like, this battleship is going up towards C. Maybe I'll follow him. I'm going to see where he's going. I feel like... I guess I want to swing my guns to the left, because that's what... The Bismarck is turning right, and I don't want to be stuck out here on my own, so it behooves me to go in his direction. Not great range, though. Oh yeah, Dino, you changed your colour. And look, it even changed on the picture. Oh, we got an Atlantico over here, taking pot shots. I'm no good at like the aiming thing where you shoot at the island to try and like lob it over the island. I didn't used to know you could do that. So I've only recently started experimenting with it as a concept. I'm not good at it. I don't like any of this. Now there's a Colorado as well. And I'm lagging at the back here, so I'm the one they're going to want to shoot at. And if I turn to move, I'm going to end up just getting broadsided by every man and his dog. Well done, Dino. At least I'll get one shot off before they can spot me again, because I've kind of slowed down behind this island, but that's not going to last because I've not stopped. Just slowed down a bit. Yeah, they've seen me again. I like Wallace and Gromit. I loved alright, Colorado. You, my friend, are in range now. I don't actually want to move right now. The Bismarck's moving. Oh, thank you, Paolo. Now I can't see anything.
I don't mean to annoy you, but I need
I don't want to just sit here for too long. In fact, I'm going to use the smoke to move on, I think. Sitting here is a bad idea, because as soon as the destroyer peeks out and spots me, then those two battleships can just start laying into me the way they laid into the Bismarck. I'd rather swing around. I'm just concerned. If I pull out here, then the enemy way over there are going to be able to get me. Oh, look. We got some torpedoes. At least only 2 of them are going to hit. Did a lot of damage, though. That will have been that destroyer. That was a good job for that destroyer. He must have guessed I was moving, I suppose. And now this is the problem I was hoping I wouldn't have, where the destroyer has spotted me and I don't see them, kind of thing. Oh wow, he's doing another volley. It's going to hurt a lot. Yeah, that's real bad. And I'm flooding and I can't do anything about it. And I think the planes are going to come and bomb me, but they're currently bombing the Bismarck. I wonder if I'll die from this, because I'm flooding for the next 30 seconds, but I can't do anything about it. It's just over for me. And the planes are going to come in now and bomb me, because they know I'm screwed. You know, they see how little health I have. And so they're just going to drop some bombs on me. Let's get a cinematic view of my bombs being dropped. There we go. Nothing I can do. I'm pretty sure I'm done for. Which is a shame, really. I think it was a relatively strong start. We just got unlucky with that destroyer. I didn't think he was going to start lobbing extremely powerful... Those were really powerful torpedoes. You remember 2 of them hit and they took off almost half my health? That was impressive. He seemed to be being extremely cautious, and so I got surprised when he wasn't. What happened to our destroyer? I think he died. I'm pretty screwed. You think about it, I'm kind of surrounded because the destroyer could come out behind me or he could come out in front of me. He'll do one or the other, and I've got like no health. I'm just hoping that I can get a bit of a repair in and then maybe get one more like volley off at someone before I die. The Bismarck has no interest in sticking around. And why would he? Would he? I certainly wouldn't. I mean, he said he'll help me, but he's leaving. You know what? This is his way of helping. No, I don't want to reverse. I don't want to sit here doing nothing either. I don't have enough health to do much else, though. Maybe once some of our teammates get here, the Inamora's on his way over. Oh, that's a nice breeze. The Black Bee is just gonna get me now.
Concentrate fire on the designated target. All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
I hit him. Oh, I'm turning the wrong way. Ah, close quarters expert. The game must be showing the little icon things. Oh, look at that. They got me. Good luck, everyone. What was that ship? Black Bee? It had some really powerful torpedoes, and a lot of them, too. I wonder if... oh, yeah, look, it was a premium ship. Yeah. No wonder he was so effective. I mean, he would have sunk me there anyway. That was a lot of torpedoes, and I didn't have much health. But that seems like that ship was especially vicious, you know what I mean? I'll tell you, you know what I will say? I know the guy who asked these questions earlier is probably gone. But one of the differences I found between this game and World of Tanks... World of Tanks is a bit silly with how much a premium tank costs, you know? But this game is straight up ridiculous. You can have a premium ship cost like 30 quid or something, like practically the full price of a game, or almost the full price of a game. I suppose games don't cost 30 quid anymore. But you get the idea, like... See, the way I think about things, I still think about things like how much I used to earn for a full day's work when I first got a job, you know, around 35 quid, back when minimum wage was whatever that was. And so I still frame things as like how much work, how many days work you'd put in for something. And when I think about when I put in a full day's work to pay for a ship in a video game, hell no. No. Definitely not. Whereas in World of Tanks it can still be silly, but it's more like maybe it's 15 quid or something, you know? I've bought a couple of premium tanks over the years in World of Tanks, but I just wouldn't spend that kind of silly money in this game. You know what I mean? It's just too much. Like, even 20 quid would be really pushing it. Like, really, they would have to be the most amazing, incredible ship you've ever seen to pay £20. Because, again, if you think about it in real life terms, £25 is about how much I pay for electricity in my house for a week. So when you think, am I going to pay a week's worth of electricity for a ship in a game? No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. You know what I mean? Oh, the Colorado's still in battle. Oh, that was the ship I just took out, wasn't it? See, that's my memory. I forget these things. I don't know. Maybe a cruiser. A cruiser. I'm leveling up. What we got? What do we got? What do we got in here? Something over here. I liked the Monte Cacoli earlier. It was a fun ship. Let's try it again. Oh yeah, I'm sure lots of games have it terrible. Dino. And thanks for the info, Sammy. I don't think I said, but I did read it. Oh, I'm starting to get hungry. That's the problem. This week I've been getting up pretty early. And so by now my stomach is literally growling. Because I had breakfast at like 5 a.m. So now that it's 2 p.m., I'm... Sugar pills can't close that gap. I need actual food, you know? Like, sugar pills can help if it, like, pick you up a little bit around about, 11 a.m. if you're flagging a bit but don't really need food yet. If you have a little bit of low blood sugar, you're a little slow. But at this point, I just need to eat. I'll play a few more games and then I'll wrap it up because the weather is beautiful. It's sunny skies, it's warm. I might sit outside and read my book. I'm getting towards the end of Wizard and Glass now. And I know that bad things are going to happen to some of the characters. It's going to be a very sad ending. When it comes to sugar pills, I buy Dextro Energy because they're cheap.
General quarters.
All right. It's just me and you out here, Pensacola. Just me and you. You and me. You and me and her simultaneous. Anyone remember when that South Park album came out? That was back when it was like scandalous, and someone brought it in. Someone brought in a copy on like cassette tape, and at lunchtime they handed out the, they passed around the headphones and we could all have a listen. And then what you'd do is, like, the next day you'd come back to school with a blank tape and you'd give it to this guy. Be like, yo, could you copy that tape for me tonight and bring it in tomorrow? That's how I got a copy of the Marshall Mathers LP. Like Real Slim Shady and all that stuff. I remember weirdly vividly the first time I ever heard Real Slim Shady. I was listening to the radio on my Walkman and I was at the top of the stairs in my house when it came on. That was the first time I'd ever heard about Eminem when that just came on the radio. And I was like, what is this? This is incredible. I've never heard anything like it. What even is this? And a few weeks later, my friend who had a CD player must have gotten a ripped copy of the album from someone. And then, of course, because he had a CD player with a cassette player, he was able to copy it to cassette for me. And I wore that tape out listening to that album over and over again. That was such a good album. Funnily enough, I was listening to Eminem in the shower this morning. I don't listen to him much these days. Anyway, what the hell am I doing? Sorry, I'm just kind of turning in circles thinking about Eminem. £80 for any kind of virtual vehicle thing is ridiculous. What I will say, I think the one time that you could maybe consider like a large amount of money being worth it is when you're deep into simulation, like something like DCS, where they'll bring out a specific vehicle, like it might be often it's a plane or something, because it's a much smaller community around that stuff anyway, so they can't like economies of scale it and expect to get lots and lots of money from lots of players, so they have to charge a bit more anyway. But also the amount of time, I heard that guy, the amount of time and effort and incredibly detailed research and work that they put in to get, you know, not just the visuals working, but the actual, like, you know, systems models and physics models and flight models and stuff to all be really, really simulation accurate. That stuff, you could understand them charging a bit more. And they do, don't they? They charge like 40, 50 quid for like one of those vehicles. And that makes a lot of sense. That's fine. But in a game like this or like War Thunder, you know, I would not be spending 80 to 120 pounds. Certainly not. I'm not sure what this guy's doing. Is he going to reverse? Is he going to go forwards? Is he going to go backwards? I'm not entirely sure, so I'm just going to lay a little spread and see if I touch him. Ah, I didn't hit him. I don't like the look of those torpedoes planes. Who are they going after? Wait, is he just not moving? I'm swinging around and launching my float plane because I think he's coming after me. I hit the Emil Burton though. Good ship. Alright, come on. Stop swinging. Stop your swinging. I reckon that's going to hit me. I reckon that's going to hit me. Am I outrunning them? Yeah, actually. I'm going at the same speed as the torpedoes. You don't see that every day. Slow-ass torpedoes. But he can come round my side and try again. No, he went after the Normandy. Unwise. Alright, sorry. Chat. Yes, sorry, I'm not paying enough attention. Sammy wrote a long message that I'm going to read in a minute. I just want to see if I can hit this Mahan while his shield's down. Divert power from the inertial dampeners. I like this Monte Cacoli. It's kind of maneuverable. I don't know exactly where that guy's going. I obviously didn't see the article about someone buying a $1 million in V-Bucks for GTA. No, I have not. I don't really know much. Dino was mentioning GTA Online the other day. I don't really know much about it. Like, I was positing that because all I know about GTA Online is it's very, very popular in, like, generally different circles to me. Like, it's not the kind of game I would know anything about. But it's very, very popular, and it makes Rockstar a huge amount of money. So with that in mind, I was like, they must have microtransactions in the game, because how else are they going to be making a lot of money? You've answered my question. V-Bucks. I thought that, you know what, I've heard the term V-Bucks. I always thought it was like a Fortnite thing, or maybe like a Roblox thing. I didn't think it was a GTA thing, but there you go. Rockstar, not the best company. Not the best. They won't be getting a penny out of me. Not after their crappy treatment of British game studios and stuff. But hey ho, isn't that all big companies? I guess. You know what? I want to target these guys, but also we've got like battleships behind us and stuff. Just because we're 2 up in terms of enemy numbers doesn't mean we're just gonna win. You know what I mean? Let's just fire some torpedoes. I want to get close so I can spot them. I really thought he'd turn a bit faster than that. I mean, I can easily turn away from this guy, but I want to keep him spotted, you know? Let's slow down a bit. Confuse his torpedoes just a touch. Never mind. Did he launch on me though, do you reckon? Oh, I can't actually turn. I'm near an island. Where are all these torpedoes coming from? Is he getting them launched from the aircraft carrier? Alright, come on. Whack him. Alright, there we go. Now let's get the hell out of here. V-Bucks is Fortnite. Okay. Wait, hang on. Didn't Sammy just say... Didn't Sammy just say V-Bucks in GTA? Maybe he meant whatever the currency is in GTA. But yes, it is pretty mental. No more ridiculous than... those people that bought, like, Meta floor space. Remember that? The Meta's whole, like, you buy a virtual lot, buy a virtual rental kind of thing. This is a cool ship. I enjoy it. No, I'll pay for things that I like to support, which is great. And I've given money to this game, just not a ridiculous amount. You know? Not a ridiculous amount. Ah, the aircraft carrier is going to look at me and sink me. All I want to do is capture C. I don't actually want to go after the aircraft carrier, but I'm going to, very shortly, I'm going to be the closest guy to him pretty much, and he's going to want to come and sink me. See what I mean? He's doing it now. Go away! I don't want to attack you. Go away. I'm not here for you. I just want to capture some points. Leave me alone. I'm in a bad spot here because I'm literally going to crash into the island, and I think this thing's going to hit me. Yeah, look at that. He's got me. That's a bit annoying. I had nowhere to go. Oh no, I avoided it, but I won't avoid the next one, I'm pretty confident. Where is he? Back there. Alright, that was lucky. These torpedoes move at the same as my ship's top speed, but avoiding them is another matter. How is it then that there aren't many microtransactions in GTA Online, but GTA Online makes Rockstar giant piles of cash? Where are they getting the cash from? Do they just have so many players that they're making the money anyway? Are they coming after me? No. They're going after my aircraft carrier, which is right here. Because it's so popular. Fair play. Alright, fair play. Alright, I think the New York is pretty screwed. And the Furious might be the guy to focus on. Yep, New York's gone. Might as well go after the Furious. Really makes you wonder what they're going to do for that next GTA game, you know? Because, like, online was just a fun afterthought for GTA 5. Like, when it first came out with the game, I don't think it came out with the game. It was a thing they added later, wasn't it? And regardless, it wasn't like the most fully featured thing in the world until they really built it out. And like, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Are they going to make a GTA Online 2? I'm guessing there's some ecosystem there that they don't want to mess with so much. So they probably want to keep it the same. Sorry, my brain's going now. But like, they're not gonna want to. Are they gonna want to like make a GTA Online 2 and split things, or are they gonna just make a continuation of? You know,
Good show.
I'm assuming the latter. But then what they will do, I suspect, is break out the launcher, because I think currently GTA Online is in GTA 5, right? There's not a separate launcher. Again, I don't know. It's kind of out of my wheelhouse. But it's gotten to the point where maybe that it should be a separate launcher and its own separate thing. Will they bring out an updated GTA Online with GTA 6? Or will it be a kind of a GTA 6 gets launched, we want people to buy that, and then we will work on GTA Online 2 or whatever, you know? Well, you say each game gets its own online version, but that's not the case. GTA 4 didn't have any kind of GTA Online. It's only the newest GTA game where they added it. GTA 3 didn't have an online. GTA 2 didn't have an online, you know. When you say 2 weeks after, do you mean they've specifically like said that 2 weeks after the launch of the game they're going to be bringing out the online? Because I totally believe that they're going to do something. I just don't know exactly what. Yeah, it was 2 weeks later, sure, but it wasn't particularly feature rich or well thought out. It was an afterthought, right? When it first came out. Since then, it's been massively built out, you know. Can I get there straight from here? No. Oh, that's a shame. All right. I like this ship. What do I want? Replaces the high explosive with the semi-armor piercing. Hey, Sammy, remind me. Semi-armor piercing, do they still start fires? Yeah, that's the point, Dino. Like, it wasn't originally way more popular, but it exploded in popularity and became way more popular than the story thing, which makes it really interesting to wonder what they're going to do with this new game and how much time and effort they're going to be focusing on the online versus the story stuff, you know? I never saw the attraction to GTA Online as a concept, because for me, the whole point of that game is that I am the most powerful person in the world, and I'm the one with all the guns and all the cool stuff, and I can go around and, you know, blow stuff up and do whatever I want. So having a game where there's a bunch of other people who are similarly powered to me, it's no longer that kind of fantasy anymore, you know? Or especially, I don't know how it works if you can play the game without PvP, because I wouldn't want PvP. I want to be able to ride around the city, chilling out, just kind of like GTA 4. I used to just drive around the city, having a good time, just seeing the sights, listening to the radio, and just chilling out, and then occasionally blowing some stuff up and, you know, bringing the cops on me and stuff. But yeah, you got that kind of power fantasy of being the most powerful thing in the world, and when you are surrounded by other players who are similarly powered, that takes away the power fantasy for me. In GTA Online, you can run criminal businesses and make heists. That's cool. It's not really what I'm in GTA for, though. I'm glad that it's there. I always wanted to play, what was it called? Payday? That game where you do heists and stuff, but obviously, you know, you need friends who also have the game, and I never did. But Payday always looked like a lot of fun. Payday 2 looked really good. Yeah, I go to GTA to drive around a cool simulated city and, like, blow things up. Yeah. Yeah, I can't really see myself caring about other players in that. I mean, in GTA 3, I put the cheats in to get a flying tank. A flying tank. All right, Sammy's not here to educate me on semi-armor piercing shells. I know that it's some kind of middle ground between high explosive and armor piercing, but like I don't remember if they cause explosions, if they cause fires, and I want to be able to start fires with my HE, so I don't know if I want to swap it or not, you know? But I don't really use the torpedoes either. What? Semi-armor piercing cause flooding? I mean, they're only semi-armor piercing. You'd think the armor piercing would be even better at causing flooding because it's better at piercing the armor. But then huh. Yeah, you could be right. I could see that being a thing. I wonder if this game has any kind of, like, internal Wikipedia. Like, what's this? Codex! Here we go. Here we go. Let's see how good this is. So, ships, modifications and upgrades. Okay. How do I get to the next bit of this? Yeah, no, I don't care about that. Oh, hang on. Modifications and upgrades. Alright, tell me what SAP is. That doesn't tell me anything. I'm starting to think that this codex might be useless. Maybe it's in here. Armaments. Okay. Oh, really? I gotta move the thing precisely into the right place. Dive bombers, torpedo bombers. I was hoping there'd be a section for each type of armament. Shooting the enemy section? Where's that? Where's the shooting the enemy section? Basics, shooting the enemy. Is it in here? Semi-armor piercing shells. God, this is not the best laid out codex. Advanced shell type. I won't read it out loud. You can read it yourself. Good against destroyers. So all it really says is they're pretty good against destroyers. I don't think they start fires so much. I get the idea. The problem with general armor piercing shells against something with thin armor is they'll over-penetrate and they won't detonate when they're supposed to necessarily and won't do as much damage. I'm guessing semi-armor piercing is kind of more of a middle ground that allows them to detonate more appropriately within a destroyer to do damage. They don't start fires. Oh, the topic is working out if semi-armor piercing rounds start fires, and I don't think they do. It doesn't really say that they don't, but it also doesn't have a little flame icon, so I assume they don't. And I was wondering because one of the upgrades on this ship gets rid of the HE for semi-armor piercing. And I was like, well, I don't want to lose my ability to start fires, you know? Dinos searched and they don't cause fires or flooding. Yeah. Well, as you say, Sammy, if they did, there'd be no point in using HE. But it looks like, because it looks like this is an upgrade and it sounds like a downgrade. If you're interested in starting fires, it stops you from being able to do that, and it takes longer to reload. But of course, you might get better damage on destroyers. I don't know. I'm happy with where I am for now, so I'll just get the torpedo one. I like this ship. It's cool. Yeah, I like it. It's a fun one. Have I taken this one out today? Have I ever taken this one out? No. 900 XP. No, I have not. Let's give it a go then, shall we? No. It said it swaps out the HE for semi-armor piercing, Sammy. You don't lose the armor piercing, you lose the HE. Alright, Dino, it is late there. You head to bed. And just so you and everyone knows, next week will probably be the same as this week. Tuesday will be Helldivers. Wednesday will be Hitman. Very interested to see how we do there. And then Thursday will be Warships. Okay, Sammy. Cool. Ah, the weather's nice here. Hey, Sammy, are you going to get a heat wave next week as well? Is it affecting your part of Europe? Ah, I know India's got a bit of a heat wave at the moment, which is unfortunate for them. Oh, this is a nice looking map. Look at the reflections on the water. I do have ray tracing turned on, not that it really matters in this game particularly. Like, how many reflections and cool sun things really matter well, I suppose it affects shadows and things as well. I don't know a damn thing about this ship, so I'm just going to turn towards my allies while I figure her out. What's her swap time? 9 seconds? 9 seconds, alright. Does she have torpedoes? Yes. What's the torpedo range? 7.5. Okie dokie, we're learning. We're learning. Now, who's over here? An Arizona. How you doing, Arizona? Let me slow down so I can go behind you. This thing turns okay. Not as swiftly as a Montecuccoli, perhaps, but she does turn. Okay. Let's see. I've got a speed boost. No smoke. All right. Yeah, I should think about playing some more games on the channel at some point. I want to play Halo. I want to play Sea of Thieves. Have any of you been paying attention to the huge controversies in the Sea of Thieves community lately? It's not worth discussing, really. You can look it all up yourselves, but they are not doing well right now. People are very angry at them for some of the community decisions they've been making and the way they've been handling the situation. But the game itself is a wonderful game. Very enjoyable, very relaxing, and I've not played it in forever now, and I'd really love to play it again. Who are you firing at, Kijikakun? He's just going out of my range, sadly. Oh, bouncing bombs over here. I don't know if I ever paid for DLC in Sea of Thieves. Probably did, and I just don't remember. I always played that game on Game Pass, so I never actually... I would have bought it. It's one of those ones that I would have bought, but I've had Game Pass since it came out, so I just stuck with it there. All right, so we've all kind of turned this way. The Arizona I worry about a little bit because she's at the back. I'm going to swing around and just follow her tail because there have been many situations where I've been the battleship lagging behind the rest of the team and getting my ass kicked because of it. And I don't want this guy to feel that way, so I want to turn around, maybe engage some of the people that are engaging her, try and help out a little bit, try and be, you know, a team player. Man, they're all behind cover. Oh, I am hungry. Oh, yeah, Sammy, the cool controller. Oh, yeah. Helena. I used to know a Helena. I didn't know she was a ship these days. Last I saw of her, she was selling breast implants. It was cool because sometimes I'd go up and sit at her desk to do some work because there was a nice view up there in the like the top floor of the office. There was a real nice view out these big windows, and she had like sample like breast implants on her desk because of course you'd want to show them to potential customers, and they were just great, like kind of like fidget toys, you know. I'd be there coding away and just like playing around with, because because they're like a silicone or something, you know, like a fun little fidget toy. I should get fidget toys. I don't know, maybe I should 3D print a fidget toy or something. Oh geez, this guy really appeared. I remember I was playing a little Chet Baker one. Speaking of GTA, GTA 4 was the game that got me into Chet Baker, the like jazz legend, because they had like a jazz radio station in that game, and yeah, I remember she was like, "Oh, I'm so shocked that you would know Chet Baker." And then when she probably heard where I'd originally heard him from, she probably thought, "Yeah, sounds about right. Fucking nerds with your video games." This guy's reversing, which is why I can't see him. I'm gonna swing my guns around and come the other way. Don't jinx my controller. I don't want it to break. It's the only one I got left. All the other ones have failed in some way. Hey, you know what just broke? My Kindle. Do you remember? I think it was 2013. I think it was 2013 when Amazon brought out their first sub £100 Kindle. It was their like cheapest ever Kindle. They were trying to capture, you know, the market of people who couldn't afford their big fancy ones. It was the one where it was subsidized, or it was supposed to be subsidized, so that when you weren't using it, it would show ads. That never happened. I bought it, and it was supposed to show ads, and it just never did, so I counted myself lucky. I'm just going to turn on my engine boost and get out of here, because there's a battleship and a cruiser and a this, that, and the other all coming after me now. Anyway, that thing was a workhorse for many, many years, but the display seems to have failed. I'm shocked the battery never failed, but the display seems to have failed. I'm thinking I'll take it apart. You know what? I'm going to post a picture on the Discord later. The OB Discord. I'm gonna post a picture because I took a picture of it, and it's pretty cool how the screen is damaged. I'm thinking I might literally build a frame and frame it and put it up on my wall, because it's like a weird piece of art at this point. Ah, just a bit off. Okay. Is he turning away? Do you think he'll turn down there? He's right on the edge of my range now. I have successfully gotten away from him. Anyway, at this point, I mean, I've been buying a lot more second-hand books for cheap rather than kindling things these days anyway. But even so, I'm trying to think about what I should do about a new ebook reader. I don't know. I wouldn't buy Amazon again because, you know, they're not exactly a great company or anything, and their the way they lock their stuff down isn't great. But
Nice work.
I did just see a news article that said like new Amazon Kindles are going to have replaceable batteries, and I was like, oh my god, that would be great actually. I do want an e-reader with a replaceable battery, because theoretically, they should work forever. You know, they should last forever. Not as long as a real book, but they should last. They should outlast their own batteries quite successfully, quite handily. Alright, let's see. Let's start targeting the rock, I guess. I'm dodging these bombs. Hopefully. Oh, well. Oh, they're bouncing bombs. I wondered why he had started diving way too early. I am going to have to turn away from the rook because he's going to start firing on me, and that's not ideal. Love to get another volley off, though. Oh, no, he's already fired. There we go. We swung around and avoided a little bit.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
I don't think I'm going to get many more shots at him before he goes in cover somehow. I doubt even this will hit. Ah, I set him on fire, though. Yeah, I don't think I'll get a new e-reader for a while. And when I do, it'll probably be secondhand. I'd love to build my own. You know? Like, build something with some little Raspberry Pi dev board kind of thing. I'm handy with PCB design, so I could certainly make my own like device. And I've got a 3D printer. I could make my own device, make my own case for it and stuff. And there are I don't even have to do all that work if I don't want to. There are a lot of projects out there that are specifically like open source e-ink 3D open source e-readers, you know, that where they've already done the work. The big problem, funnily enough, it's not getting the PCBs manufactured and putting it together. It's not 3D printing the case. It's not getting the little computer thing. It's always the e-ink displays. They're so expensive. When you go for something that isn't tiny, like the moment you go for something of the size you would want on an e-reader, suddenly you're paying a bunch of money.
That was a great battle.
I don't see us winning, frankly. One good shot from the rook here, like for example setting me on fire, but one really good shot from the rook. The rook is good at setting people on fire. Like, look at that, he's really set me on fire now. I'm gonna have to put the fire out. I'm also being engaged by the Queen Elizabeth. He knows he's got me now. He's well within range. There's not really much I can do except run away. This other guy is hiding, like just hiding. Like, come on, man. Could you maybe engage the enemy a little bit? I know we're going to lose anyway, but, like, at least have a go. You know? I'll wish them good luck as I go to space. Alright, maybe I should start actually aiming at this guy. I'm scratching him, which is all well and good, but, you know. He's going to keep shooting at me. I'm the one that's fucked. Alright, let's swing away. He's probably going to launch a volley at me now. Yeah. Ooh. It was a bad shot, though. Alright, well, I don't have any heals on this ship, which is a bit of a shame. More's the pity, I suppose. I wish he had a tight turning circle. I could get behind the island. This rook has gotten danger close, and I do have torpedoes. You need intelligence data. He's right here, mate. What more do you need? Maybe I'll try my armor piercing. I don't even know if I'll get a chance to really swap to it, but
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
what little I can fire at this guy, let's do it. Alright. I don't think we'll survive these torpedoes. They're going to get angry at us. We're winning, but we're so spread out everywhere, and there's a fucking Queen Elizabeth over there. There's no way we're actually going to win. No way in hell. That other battleship, who's way over there somewhere, where is he? I can't even see him, he's so far away. He is going to get sunk by the aircraft carrier on his long, slow journey to this side of the map, you know what I mean? Where is their aircraft carrier? Over behind this island. They're going to see me momentarily, but let's see what we can do here. I want to try and get close to him, but also not be shootable by the Queen Elizabeth that's behind that island. She's about to pop out back there, so I'm trying to get away from her, but also get to a point where I can hit the Surov. What's my torpedo range? 7.5. Like, I'm almost able to torpedo her, but she's turning away, which isn't great.
I need help.
And I'm done for. Like, she's turning away from me, and there's nothing I can do. I'm actually getting torpedoed now myself. Nah, she's definitely not coming back here. And this ship, I am turning, but she turns so slow. This La Glace Noire. Holy crap. How did I survive that? Well, here's the Queen Elizabeth to end me.
Good luck, everyone.
I wish him good luck as I die. Love a Queen Elizabeth. Great ship. Andrew Cunningham at the helm there. Alright, yeah. New Xbox controllers are coming out this year. Alright, but do they do anything different to the old ones? I mean, I'm using an Xbox One controller, and it's fine. It does everything exactly as I want it to do. It's a good weight. You know, it's a quality D-pad. The D-pads on the 360 were lacking, shall we say. But the D-pad on this thing feels good. The analogs feel good. The buttons are nice. I like the triggers. Oh, right. Directly connect to Wi-Fi for cloud gaming. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. 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 If you do the cloud gaming stuff, that's pretty neat. And yet, funnily enough, you think about it, if I'm cloud gaming, I'm doing it over an Ethernet connection, right? I mean, yeah, my controller is connecting via Bluetooth to my machine, I guess. But the tiny amount of extra input lag that adds. Yeah, I don't know. Because Wi-Fi has its own latency. I don't know. I used to be big into cloud gaming. I used Shadow back like when it was still quite a novel new thing. I used OnLive when that first came out in the UK. They died, but they were the first cloud gaming thing like pretty much anywhere. They were the first, and they were good, but they were too pricey. But I did a lot of stuff with Shadow. Like I went to some of their events. I know some of their guys. I've got some of their old like staff only hardware knocking around. And so I liked all of that stuff. The one thing I can say, the one useful piece of information I can say really is if you're going to do cloud gaming, you want to have a good solid connection. Like the amount, because I helped a lot of people with troubleshooting their connection to the cloud stuff, and it was almost always that they were using the Wi-Fi, not the Ethernet, because Wi-Fi, you know, it's never going to be as good as a solid cable. You can have perfectly good Wi-Fi if you happen to have like a good router and there's no interference around and you've got good devices and it's a good solid connection. That's fine. But the people I was dealing with were having trouble, and it always ended up being the Wi-Fi, or they were having latency issues. And again, like Wi-Fi adds latency, you know. So it's just better to use your Ethernet cable for that. But the other thing is, generally, unless you're like a pro hardcore gamer in whatever game, like real proper like pro gamer, you're not going to notice latencies below about 30 milliseconds. You generally will start to really notice it. Even if you're a regular person, you will notice it. It won't be a big deal, but you'll notice it when it gets to about 50 milliseconds. And if you're playing like a relatively quick game, like a first-person shooter, that's enough to be a bit annoying, 50 milliseconds of latency. So if you're near the edge already, and I mean, come on, what's the latency of a Bluetooth controller to a computer? It can't be that much, right? I've never noticed any latency at all. But technically, there is some, I guess. But then I don't know. I'm guessing the idea of directly connecting to Wi-Fi for cloud gaming, the idea is that the controller itself directly connects from the controller to your router to the cloud service and bypasses your computer. But your computer is connected to the cloud service anyway because it's receiving the stream, you know? And it would be just as fast Well, maybe not just as fast actually, because you're adding you are adding a no. I'll agree that it's technically faster to connect straight to the router, even over Wi-Fi, which adds latency. But I wonder what the difference is there, connecting your controller to your router over Wi-Fi versus connecting it to your computer over Bluetooth and then having the computer be connected to the cloud service over Ethernet. Like, I'm sure it's probably technically faster. Definitely. I'm pretty sure it will be. But how much faster? How many milliseconds are we talking? It can make all the difference if we're talking like 20 milliseconds. That can make all the difference. But then the other thing is, and this is really important too, like your inputs need to be matching up with what you see on the screen. So your latency already needs to be pretty good on the screen anyway. If you have like a really fast controller that's like connecting in a fancy way, but then your computer, which actually has the video, isn't aligning perfectly with what you're inputting, man, I don't know. That's an interesting question. I can't answer it, obviously, because I'd need all this equipment. I need to run a lot of tests and find things out. But I'll be curious to see when these things come out, the people who sit down and do technical testing, to see how much of an advantage it really is and how it all shakes out. I'm sure it is helpful. But is it worth buying a controller? And if you're the kind of person who is like a hardcore pro gamer, like, I play Halo or Call of Duty or whatever, and this is my pro gamer game, are you going to be cloud gaming? Or are you going to be the kind of person who invests in an actual proper console or proper system that can run the game that you're a hardcore gamer in, where those milliseconds count, I wonder what the market... I mean, obviously you have a market for people who are like relatively casual, but they just think it'll help them get better at the game. Anything. You get plenty of people who want any kind of edge, and they think it'll give them an edge, even though their actual skill level isn't high enough for it to matter. I wonder what the split is there. How many people, are getting it when it doesn't really matter, like go faster stripes on their car or whatever. Where I put the holes in my car so I go faster. That's going to be really interesting. That's going to be really interesting to see it shake out. Yeah. 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 Huh. There is also, and thinking about the whole direct connection thing, when you talk about direct connect Wi-Fi for cloud gaming, that might be, and this actually might be more the use case, I've just realized, is cloud gaming running natively on a TV, because TVs can be quite powerful these days when it comes to like rapid decoding and stuff. And some TVs might not be able to connect via Bluetooth to a controller. So if you wanted to play a cloud gaming thing on your TV, it might be that you can get the app to do the video streaming, but the actual you sending back via your controller might be convenient to do it from the controller. And yeah, you lose some convenience there, but you may lose some. You're adding complexity, but then you're able to run it on your TV on hardware that wouldn't be able to support a controller otherwise. That's another big use case, because when you think about it, they're really going to be pushing that. It seems like a lot of cloud gaming stuff is being pushed for like running on TVs now. Like when I use Shadow, they had their own box, but of course that's silly, right? If you can move away from that, that's great. And they don't care so much about it on a PC. But yeah, I could see that being a use case. Yeah. Exactly, Sammy, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah. It's a good feature to have. But for me, a use case of one for me here, I'm happy with this controller. It does everything I need. It's great. It's great. It's Bluetooth, which is awesome. It has a headphone port, which I don't use, but I really appreciate that it has it. That's a great feature. It takes regular AA batteries, which is great, so I put my rechargeables in there. It feels good. It's a good iteration of the Xbox 360 controller. We won't talk too much about the original Xbox controller. It was fine. but they really knocked it out of the park with the 360 controller, and since then it's just been like slight iterations on that. I think, does the newest Xbox controller have 3 buttons instead of 2 or something? So that can be handy for like if you're playing a game, like we were talking before about like software emulation of old consoles and stuff. One of the places that you can sometimes really fall down is when you have a controller that doesn't match the original controller. Like you're trying to play some Dreamcast game or something, and your controller may not have as many buttons as the old controller had, or the layout's a bit funny. So having an extra physical button on a controller could, for some people, be a great selling point, because they can assign that to whatever they want in their emulators and stuff. Yeah, there you go. It has a share button. So you can see that being assigned to whatever they might need to assign it to, which is really cool.
The battle's on. We'll be victorious today.
Alright, onward. I might call this my last game. We've been streaming for almost 4 hours, which is mad. It's 3 PM. I have to have my lunch. My dog's still here. He's chilling out. Oh, that's cool, Sammy. Ah, that is cool. Yeah, you've got some cool stuff. I like the background you put on your Stream Deck as well. I should show you the background I put on my Stream Dock. I don't know if you remember it, but it's... do you remember Windows 98 had those special themes you could apply to your system? And one of them was like inside your computer, and it was you could set your desktop wallpaper to... I want to make sure I don't hit this cruiser. You could set your desktop wallpaper to this thing, and it was just like a weird PCB box thing. It was a really cool design. I used to use that, so I made it that picture. I think it looks pretty rad. If I remember, I'll take a picture. This cruiser's pushing up on me a little bit here, which I don't appreciate. Thank you very much. I want to get back there and sink this Vondertan. They also have 3 destroyers of their own, and we don't know where 2 of them are, which isn't ideal. Alright, yeah, okay, we know where one of them is. Iwaki, you probably want to just get back.
You better get back.
The Farragut, I don't know exactly what he's going to do, but let's just fire a bunch of torpedoes at the edge and see if we hit him. Let's give them a couple of seconds in between. Just on the off chance that he actually sneaks out around the corner. I don't know, that doesn't seem likely, but he might poke his head round, and if I'm extraordinarily lucky, he might poke his head round just as a torpedo's edging that corner. We love edging on this channel. Hey, by the way, Sammy, thanks for hanging out. Like, I know I say it almost every week, and I probably bore people at this point. Oh, he didn't come around the corner. That's a shame. But I would not do this if there weren't cool people. Ah ha ha! I hit him. I hit him with one. Ha ha ha! Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Etc. Oh, there he is. There he is, looking a bit worse for wear. Bit worse for wear there, mate. Yes, mate. Oh, he's moving away from us now. Ah, he's moving away. I don't think he'll turn back. Uh-oh.
Hey, I need some firepower over here.
I'm going to just kind of let the team know things are escalating on this side of the map. He's coming back. No, he's not. He's kind of stopping there. Alright, let's just fire a little volley here. Yeah, fuck it. I don't think I'll hit anything, but we'll see. Mr. Destroyer's pushing me back. This guy's screwed, the Orion.
You better get back.
We're getting pushed back faster than he'll be able to get away. Ah, speaking of you're welcome, Sammy, you see that the Rock is starring in that new, what was that film? Alright, there's 2 destroyers over here. I don't really want to be anywhere near destroyers, period. I want to get past them and get to the juicy cruisers and battleships. What was that film with Maui in it? You know, that animated film? And he sings that song, You're Welcome? For some reason, they decided, yeah, no, we should make a live-action version of that, because that's a good idea. And then they cast The Rock. And I know why they cast The Rock. Look at him. But he's not... I don't think he's charismatic enough as an actor. You know, he was never that good of an actor. And I don't think he can do Maui. I really don't. I don't think he can do that guy. What was that film called? You know the one I mean. They're all chasing down that battleship over there, and he's fucked. Yeah, Mona. That was a good film. Alright, let's kick in the engines, and if two of the destroyers are down there and the other one's up top, I might maybe have the opportunity to flank them straight through the middle of the map. That's a really dangerous prospect, and honestly, their torpedo planes are probably going to see me. Oh no, he's going the other way. It's a real dangerous prospect here. Real dangerous. But it's my best bet, really. Yeah. Oh, good job. Good job. Oh, how did I get the captions, XT? Well, it's a plugin. It's an OBS plugin. I forget what it's called, but it's actually quite feature-rich with how you can lay them out and how you do it. It does everything except translate. And it just gets them live from like some Google Translation API. It's free as well. You don't have to pay for anything. You just drop a DLL file into the OBS plugins folder and it's there. And then you just start configuring away to your heart's content. What is it? 8.1 is my torpedo range. Okay. Yeah, I could have torpedoed him there, but I'd rather just move back here and get a proper volley off. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Alright. This isn't ideal, because he's going to know I'm here. But I'm also hoping to squeeze past him if he doesn't turn hard left. If you look on the minimap, I know it's not ideal because I'm headed towards his torpedo planes. I mean, we're going to die anyway. There we go. But I'm hoping to maybe do a run on their aircraft carrier. I have to keep wiggling away from him, though. His torpedo planes are going to come around and start coming at me now. I think he's turning. I think the aircraft carrier is beginning to turn. There we go. I hit the Von der Tann. Annoyingly, I now have to start dodging torpedoes, even though what I want to be doing is... let's duke him a little bit. What the hell? His planes didn't hit me. Why did his planes not hit me?
No more boosts.
That's a bit weird. The Hermes is going to be a bit hard to hit anyway. Oh, he's changing course. Alright. What are these torpedo bombers doing, I wonder? Gotta dodge his torpedoes whilst trying to chase him. Because he's fast, and he'll get away from me pretty damn fast. And then I won't be able to catch him anymore, period. And that battleship's going to swing around and start firing on me lickety-split. Alright, I hit him with one torpedo. But he's perfectly good at dodging. The odds of me really getting him here are, you know, not ideal. It's not ideal. I've gotten nice and close, but a couple of good shots. I've already lost half my health. A couple of good shots from any of these guys and I'm done for, you know? Alright. Let's see, he's got a couple of torpedoes he's going to try and drop on me. And dodge through those. Put the fires out. There's not really much I can do at this point.
Problem solved.
This cruiser is behind a couple of islands, but we have a destroyer, sadly.
Good luck finding
Alright, if it weren't for the destroyer...
Look who's here. An enemy cruiser.
Look at my pathetic guns. This guy is basically just spotting for his buddies. Fair dues. See, look at how shit my guns are. Even though I can hit the guy, they're not much cop. How is he going behind the map? Sneaky little fella. No, I wanna keep my engines going, thank you very much.
Problem solved.
I'm never going to hit him. They're going to get another volley on me before I get a chance to really lay some torpedoes. Huh. I don't know if I'll hit him or not. Oh, I did. There we go. All right, Mr. Cruiser, all you have to do is take out a battleship, a cruiser, and a destroyer. Go. That was a fun little match. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the old Chatteroony. He's done a serious movie. I mean, yeah, I could see him doing a serious movie. Does he have the range, though? Did he do was it a good movie, though? Was he good in it? I'll tell you a film that, I'm sorry, XT. I need to keep remembering there's two different chats. There's a film that The Rock was in that was actually pretty good. I forget the name, but he's like a jungle river like boat captain, and it's like a family adventure kind of film, and it's solid. It's a solid film. It's a good film. He's all right in it, you know. He's in his lane comfortably in that film, you know. That was a good film. Yeah, Jungle Cruise. There you go. Jungle Cruise, worth a watch. Decent film. Maybe no point watching it twice, but solid. Definitely show it to your kids. Good film. And yeah, XT Gaming also pulls in with the Jungle Cruise. Emily Blunt. Yeah, I was trying to remember what she looked like in the film. I remember thinking the actress was pretty good in that film too. I just I can't remember her face at the moment. I'm gonna stick around and oh dear, it's in Omaha. Good luck, mate. Good luck, fella. He's alive now only because he's a bit far away from the enemy. Oh. That destroyer's going to start shooting at you, my friend. He has no need to fire torpedoes. But yeah, let's see if I can pull up the captions thing and tell you what it's called, because I think it's an open source project. Here we are. Hang on. It's closed captioning plugin using Google's text-to-speech, speech-to-text cloud API. Experimental by Rat with a Shotgun. So I think it's on GitHub. If you just find OBS Google captions and find the one that's made by Rat with a Shotgun, that'll be it. You can even add a profanity filter if you want it to not put the swears in, and you can tell it how to lay it out, what you want the punctuation to be like, the capitalization, etc., etc. You can even do stuff. Oh, good job! He took out the destroyer. You can even do stuff in it where it will actually add the captions as subtitle captions to the video file. You know how like OBS records like an MKV or whatever. You can embed the subtitles within the file, or you can spit it out to an SRT file, which you'll be familiar with if you've ever downloaded subtitles for a movie or something. So there's a bunch of different ways you can. I think I might. Wait, do I save my captions? Do I just have a folder somewhere on my computer with all my captions? File output. Oh no, it's not enabled. I was wondering if maybe I've spent the last 6 months building up a directory full of everything I've ever said, but apparently not. Anyway. Yeah, and then you just apply it to a text box in OBS. So then you can style your text box however you like. I've done it this way to try and make it readable. This Omaha's still alive. I appreciate you hanging out, XT. By the way, you can tell I need to wrap up now because I can't do my words anymore. But as I was saying to Sammy, it's nice to hang out with people. All right, Sammy, I will watch that trailer in a bit. Thank you for popping it in the Discord. Because let me tell you what I do after streams. After a stream, I shut all this stuff down. So links in chat, I usually forget to scroll up and check them because I close it all down. But then in a bit, I check the Discord afterwards, This guy, you'd think he's hiding, right? But no, he's going for the cap. He's going to get spotted by their battleship. Even if he's swung down here a bit, he's going to get spotted. But this guy is bold. He's got no health. He's in an Omaha. He's got 1 minute. How long does it take to capture a base? I don't even know if he has enough time to capture it within a minute. He's losing on points. But rather than just running away to make the battleship work for it, he's driving towards where he knows the guy's going to be. Bold. Yeah, I go into a dark room and cry. Well, I go into my living room. Look at this. Look at this. He's going for it. I don't think he's going to succeed, but by Jove, he's got guts. Good on you. If that's the kind of people that they hire at Sword, good on them. I go into my living room and sit there quietly for a little bit, staring into the middle distance. That's what I do. I might make some lunch. There's a certain ritual to making a sandwich, you know? Sometimes it can be nice to just do the ritual of making a sandwich. Oh, he's going to burn to death before the end. You got 5 seconds. Oh, he couldn't last 5 seconds. But at least he fought the enemy. At least he went for it, man. Man, that's cool. Good on him. Good on him. He was the top player as well. I know it kind of covers it a little bit because of my little... You know what I should add? I should add a button that hides that onto my stream dock. I think I can do that. I think I can do that now. Hang on, let's see. Because I added OBS stuff. So if I go into OBS Studio and it's a source. So if I go into source visibility and I say the source is what would it be under? Hang on. Is it this one? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Source. This one? Okay. Nope, that's the wrong one. We want the other one. The other one that isn't that one. Where's the other one? It's called Warship. It is that one. Oh. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it. I don't think I can. That's a shame. Because the way this thing works is it's actually the same source twice. It's like a copy of the source, and then you put a transform filter on it. It's not even a filter, it's just a transform. So in my StreamDock software, I can choose to show or hide a source, but I don't think it differentiates because it's technically the same source, just copied, and one of them's cropped differently, but it only shows the source once in my list of stuff. That's a shame. Yeah. Captions, video. Yeah, that's a shame, isn't it? Tell you what I do have that I never put on ever. At some point when I get my what do you call it? The thing with the ads and stuff. When I get all of that stuff set up, I'm going to be able to do ad break stuff. Look at that. Look at that. The old Q dot up there. What's this? Some audio stuff. What's that? The old Q dot beeps. I got a whole system that I built up with a bunch of scripts and stuff for when ads run. So like the way it's going to work is when there's an ad break coming up, it'll show this, and then when the ad break starts, just to let everyone and more like myself know that there's an ad on, and a lot of people aren't going to be able to see what I'm doing, I have this on. It probably won't beep every second, but that's kind of to let me know that there's an ad running. Because let's say I'm chatting with someone and they don't have Twitch Prime or whatever the hell it's called, and they see the ads, I'm going to have to wait till they come back, you know what I mean? It's always really annoying when you're having a conversation with a streamer, but because you don't pay Twitch money, they respond to you when you can't hear them because it's playing some ad. So from the other side of that, I want to make it so that I don't, accidentally ignore people. Man, I love the old Q dots. This is a real copy of the Q dot as well. I went and I found an old recording on ITV or something, and of the actual Q dot being played, and I cropped everything else out. This will bore anyone who doesn't remember Q dots on TV. But hey ho. Alright. Delete that. Yes. I guess I should wrap up, shouldn't I? Do I have any crates or anything? Nope, that's me. Alright, well thank you all for joining. Are my captions working? No. My captions have stopped working. Hang on, what if I hide them and open them again? No? Yes? No? Did I turn them off somehow? Captions, 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 captions. Hang on. What if I disable captioning and then enable it again? Sometimes they do break, but today I think they broke. There we go, because I've been mucking about with them. Yeah, I'm going to go into a dark room now and chill out. Actually, the weather's lovely here. I'll probably just sit in the garden for a bit and watch the birds. Thank you all for joining, especially, you know, XT and Sammy and Dino and everyone who was chatting. I appreciate it. I'm going to press some buttons on my Stream Deck now and feel real happy about it. I will see you all on Tuesday with Helldivers and Wednesday with Hitman. That should actually be a lot of fun. Hitman should be good. And then Thursday with this game. And you can always join in. It's always fun to join in with people. All right. Have a good night.